ఈ ప్రచార కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొని ఈ రోజు ఇప్పుడు ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి పాల్గొనడానికి వచ్చిండ్రు వారికి కూడా ఆహ్వానం పలుకుతున్నా. ఎన్నికలలో వారు ప్రచారంలో పాల్గొని పార్టీని ముందుకు నడిపించడంలో వారు తనదైన శైలిలో కాంగ్రెస్ను ముందుకు నడిపించిండ్రు, శ్రేణులకు స్ఫూర్తినిచ్చిండ్రు. శ్రీమతి విజయశాంతి గారికి కూడా పిసిసి అధ్యక్షుడిగా ధన్యవాదాలు, కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేస్తున్న మిత్రులారా. आज बहुत खुशी की बात है, 4 करोड़ जनता हमारे नेता श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी, श्री मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी और इस देश युवता को आदर्श की नेता राहुल गांधी जी कन्याकुमारी से लेकर कश्मीर तक 4000 किलोमीटर पैदल चलते चलते तेलंगाना को आए। 21 दिन कुछ कम 400 किलोमीटर तेलंगाना में पादयात्रा किया। हमको बहुत भरोसा उम्मीद देकर आगे कांग्रेस पार्टी को रणनीति तय करके राजनीति में कांग्रेस को जिताने के लिए बहुत कुछ मदद दिए, इंस्पिरेशन दिए और प्रियंका जी इलेक्शन कैंपेनिंग में बहुत सारे मीटिंग में पार्टिसिपेट किए। ये सब हमारे हाईकमांड को ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ तेलंगाना कांग्रेस पार्टी एंड माय इंचार्ज मानिकराव ठाकरे के तरफ से मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं पार्टी हाईकमांड को। दूसरी बात, तेलंगाना के जनता जब जरूरत है तब सही तरीका से सही जवाब देने के लिए हमेशा हाजिर रहते। इस बार तेलंगाना में कांग्रेस सरकार बना देके यहाँ के जो शहीद हुए युवता उनके विचारधारा को आगे ले जाने के लिए हमको संपूर्ण हम इंस्पिरेशन लिए। वो हम जो भी वादा किए, जो शहीद होकर उन लोग जो देश के लिए क्या किए वो पूरा आगे हम लेकर जाएंगे। और केटीआर ने आज ट्विटर में वेलकम किया कांग्रेस पार्टी जीत को। मैं भी बीआरएस को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। ये स्पिरिट आगे सरकार चलाने में भी दिखाना है, क्योंकि 10 साल अब सरकार में बैठा हुआ है, अभी विपक्ष में बैठने वाले। विपक्ष के सुझाव हमेशा हम खातिर करते हैं, पॉलिसी हम बनाएंगे, सजेशंस विपक्ष की जिम्मेदारी है सजेशन देने का। तो इसीलिए असेंबली हम चलाएंगे, विपक्ष का सुझाव लेंगे, अच्छा सरकार बना के गरीब लोगों को मदद करने के लिए हमेशा कांग्रेस पार्टी कोशिश करने वाले। इसमें हम बीआरएस और कल्वकुंट्ला चंद्रशेखर राव, भारतीय जनता पार्टी मिस्टर किशन रेड्डी, एमआईएम अध्यक्ष असदुद्दीन ओवैसी एंड सीपीआई सीपीएम एंड तेलंगाना जनसमिति प्रोफेसर कोदंड राम सबके मदद लेकर सुझाव लेकर एक अच्छी सरकार बना के देश में एक आदर्श सरकार बनाने के लिए हमेशा हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे।
All right, that is in fact Revant Reddy speaking right now live and thanking Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi for their leadership and saying that they will serve the people of Telangana. The Congress jubilant here, but they have only one reason to celebrate, which is here in the state of Telangana. Besides that, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh has got the BJP's way. Let's get you details of each state, beginning first with Madhya Pradesh, where the term anti-incumbency seems to completely disappear, has no meaning when it comes to Mamaji, when it comes to Shivraj Singh Chauhan, once again managing to do the seemingly impossible, defeating the Congress with what can only be defined once again as a sweep by the BJP. BJP. It's led to massive celebrations in Madhya Pradesh as well, in a landslide victory by the Saffron Party. They're leading in over 160 seats. Imagine this. They're so much ahead of Congress. Congress is at just about 66 seats. The number may be going up or down, but essentially you get a sense of how much of a gap there is right now. And this is despite the fact that the BJP has been ruling for so many years now in Madhya Pradesh. So the anti-incumbency or that factor has been completely thrown out the window by the BJP. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan soon after spoke to India Today, dedicating this win to Prime Minister Modi, saying that the Prime Minister's campaign made all of the difference. His guarantees to the people of Madhya Pradesh, very different from the Congress guarantees. His guarantee of corruption-free governance and several other such steps is what won over the people of Madhya Pradesh, according to Shivraj Singh Chauhan. There are celebrations that broke out as BJP cadre gathered in large numbers, a sea of saffron in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. Let's give you a glimpse of that celebration and the reactions that have come in.
देखिए, अगर आप विनम्रता के साथ जनता की सेवा प्रामाणिकता के साथ करते हैं तो लोग आपसे प्यार करते हैं। ये जनता का प्यार है। लेकिन मैं कहता हूं कि श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी, वो जन जन के मन में है, एमपी के मन में मोदी। ये इस चुनाव ने सिद्ध किया है। उनकी गारंटी पर लोग भरोसा रखते हैं। और डबल इंजन की सरकार ने जो काम किया, हमने 18 साल में मध्य प्रदेश बदला है, तो ये विकास के कामों पर मोहर है, जन कल्याण की योजनाओं पर मोहर लगाई।
जब आज तक इंडिया टुडे एक्सिस में इंडिया पोल ने कहा 140 से 162 सीट्स आएंगी, काफियों ने कहा ये कैसे इतना बड़ा मार्जिन हो सकता है, और आज वही सटीक हुआ।
नहीं, मुझे भरोसा था। एक तो आपका जो अनुमान है वो सटीक बैठा है, लेकिन जनता का जो प्यार सड़कों पर दिखता था, लाडली बहनें मैं जहां जाता था गले लगती थी, सिर पे हाथ फेरती थी, आंखों में आंसू आ जाते थे और कहती थी अपन जीतेंगे। उससे लगता था कि परिणाम आएंगे।
आप मानते हैं कि औरतें, लड़कियां, इनका वोट सबसे मायने रखा, ये कांग्रेस नहीं खींच पाई अपनी तरफ?
आप विश्लेषण करेंगे तो यही सामने आएगा कि बहनों ने जाति और धर्म से ऊपर उठ के भी हमें वोट किया।
आखिरी सवाल सर, हमने जब सपोर्टर्स से और लोगों से पूछा कि मुख्यमंत्री यही रहेंगे या बदलेंगे, तो सबने एक साथ आपका ही नाम लिया। वो रेडी नहीं है नाम बदलने के लिए?
देखिए, हम लोग कार्यकर्ता हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक मिशन है भारत के निर्माण का, वैभवशाली, गौरवशाली, शक्तिशाली, संपन्न और समृद्ध भारत के निर्माण का। हम उस मिशन के अंग है। पार्टी तय करती कौन कहाँ काम करे।
जनता ने
एक्सेस माय इंडिया टुडे पोल, बिकॉज़ ही सेड 140
extremely accurate, dead on target as always. My salute to Mr. Pradeep Gupta.
जिस तरह से प्रदेश में सरकार चली, 18 वर्षों में अच्छा काम हुआ, जितना अच्छा काम माननीय शिवराज जी ने किया, जितना अच्छा काम डबल इंजन की सरकार ने किया, जितना अच्छा काम संगठन ने किया, उसका आशीर्वाद आज मध्य प्रदेश की जनता ने दिया।
हमने कुछ बहनों से बात करी जो यहाँ मुख्यमंत्री निवास पर हैं, भोपाल में, मध्य प्रदेश में। तो ये जो लाडली बहना की बात हो रही है, और मुख्यमंत्री ने खुद अभी मुझसे बात करते हुए कहा कि बहनें जो बाहर निकली हैं उन्होंने आके वोट किया। तो ये क्या है लाडली बहना स्कीम जो इतना डिफरेंट, क्या उससे लगता है फर्क हुआ है?
बहुत फर्क हुआ है। हमारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी में अभी मध्य प्रदेश में आप देख रहे हो पूर्ण बहुमत, और अच्छे बहुमत से कमल का फूल खिल रहा है। और इसका ज्यादातर श्रेय सारी योजनाओं के साथ साथ योजनाएं तो मोदी जी ने भी बहुत चलाई, और भैया शिवराज भैया ने भी मध्य प्रदेश में बहुत चलाई है। उसका फायदा तो आम जनता को बहुत मिला है। लेकिन अभी तुरंत में ही जो लाडली बहना योजना चलाई, उससे महिलाओं को बहुत फायदा मिला।
ऐसा क्या फर्क है? लाडली कितना, आप मुझे बता सकते हैं कितना पैसा मिलता है लाडली बहना में?
पैसा
Senior BJP leader, giant slayer herself, one of the key campaigners for the Bharatiya Janata Party in these round of assembly elections, Smriti Irani now joins us live on India Today as I show our viewers on the election intelligence dashboard the national big picture as it stands at this moment in the 638 seats where counting was going on. The Bharatiya Janata Party handing a massive defeat to the Congress. 347 for the BJP versus 227 for the Congress. Wherever you took on the Congress in a head-on-head duel, you've smashed the Congress party to smithereens. The BJP would be highly delighted with the way, especially in the Hindi heartland, ma'am, this victory has shaped up. Many congratulations and welcome.
Thank you so much. Indeed, it is a day of jubilation for Bharatiya Janata Party supporters and workers to see the Modi magic work across the heartland. Yes, we are talking about the Modi guarantee, but I think one should not just simplify it in just a few words. It is the policy initiatives of the Prime Minister, his administrative acumen, and the alacrity with which he has politically applied himself to the entire map of India, I think, which is what is being celebrated today. I'm particularly, as a female voter and citizen, delighted by the overwhelming support of female voters for the Prime Minister and the Bharatiya Janata Party. I think many amongst the specialists who are invited to your studio today will be also a bit keen to delve into how much the tribal communities have supported the Bharatiya Janata Party. So yes, it is a day of great joy and celebration, and now here's looking forward to celebrating in 2024 as well.
You know, you spoke of the women voters that can be captured in Madhya Pradesh, which, as you see on your screen, the BJP's tally at the moment is equal to what they achieved in 2013, where again they had 165. This, especially on the back of the Ladli Bahena scheme, seeing, as per our poll, 50% of the women voters in the state of Madhya Pradesh picking the BJP at 10% vote share gap between men and women in Madhya Pradesh. That seems to suggest that this is because it's happening for the fourth time. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the Prime Minister, Home Minister Amit Shah, helping with the electioneering over there, to come back to power after so many terms of being in power is a very strong pro-incumbency verdict, given the fact that the Congress can't seem to retain Chhattisgarh after 5 years of being in power.
I think for each state there has to be a different prism from which we need to do Vishleshan, or we need to, I think, politically reflect on. When it comes to Madhya Pradesh, please remember that there was 15 months where the Congress was tested by the people. Let me just give you a very small example of a Kanyadan Yojana that the Bharatiya Janata Party government used to service in the state of Madhya Pradesh. 55,000 rupees under Sambal was ensured for girls from poor families, and especially girls who are specially abled, Divyang girls, for their marriage purposes. Now, the minute the Congress came into power for that small interim period, they did away with that program. In fact, did post-dated Kanyadan. Now, imagine now the citizen has a comparative to do in the state between what the Congress done when they are given power vis-a-vis how the BJP serves the larger cause, especially of the poorest of the poor, when they have a time to serve through administration or through a government in the state. Now, when it comes to Chhattisgarh, I think what is interesting is not only the Modi factor when it came to 3,100 rupee guarantee for procurement of dhan, not only the Modi guarantee for 5,500 rupee for procurement of betel leaves, but also the Mahatari Vandan Yojana that the Prime Minister promised, especially to the poorest of the poor, married women in families that were in need of financial support. Apart from the large number of women who came out to vote in Madhya Pradesh, even Chhattisgarh saw over 77 lakh women, 76% women come out and vote. And I think that even in the state of Rajasthan, the number of cases of crime against women became a war cry amongst female voters against the Congress party. To just say that only Madhya Pradesh had the female factor working for the BJP and not the other states would be a great injustice done to the average female voter who has come out overwhelmingly in support of Modi guarantee.
The one state where the BJP, even in its initial internal surveys, was struggling was Chhattisgarh. Now, however, it looks very comfortable. 56 wins and leads for the BJP versus 33. Would you say this is, in cricketing parlance, a case of pulling a big victory from the jaws of defeat?
No, I think that you had an enunciation of victory and defeat in the power corridors of Lutyens, which is far different from the reality on the ground. Let me give you 3 examples. The liquor scam of the Congress party did not find much mention in newsrooms such as yours. The Mahadev betting app is an issue that we spoke about, but not many people gave it the kind of headlines that it deserved. But even the PCS Ghotala, wherein in government jobs and recruitments, the Congress party ensured that their supporters got government jobs, vis-a-vis the kind of Rozgar Mela the Prime Minister did, where through complete transparency, jobs in government establishment were given to people who were deserving, to people from normal middle class, lower middle class, poor families. That was available as a comparative for voters. So there was much on the ground that was happening in Chhattisgarh that did not find a mention in main newsrooms, and that is why for some people, let's say in the power corridors of Delhi, the victory of BJP in Chhattisgarh seems to be a surprise.
What bearing do you think these assembly election results and BJP's sweep across the heartland have on the potential verdict in Prime Minister Modi's re-election in April, May next year? How do you see these results impact the big finals next year?
I think if I've had the privilege of serving with Prime Minister Modi as a leader for the past over 1.5 decades, knowing him, he's not somebody who somewhere reflects or lives in the glory of his current victories. He's somebody who is studious about his next steps forward. He's not somebody who takes his politics or his voter or his country in any way for granted. And I think that's what makes Modi special as a political leader. Right as we speak, one needs to also reflect that while he was campaigning in various states, he also was ensuring that his cabinet passes a decision where self-help group women become drone didis. He was also ensuring that his cabinet passes various decisions vis-a-vis infrastructure in the country. He was also available at the borders celebrating Diwali with our armed forces personnel. So this is a political leader who does not sit still just because he is victorious. He is a juggernaut that keeps working 24/7. So when
you
it
were
comes to
personally
24,
campaigning
yes,
in
I'm
most of
grateful
these
that many
states.
newsroom says are.
Where did you feel the maximum challenge? Which one, when you were campaigning on the ground, felt like the trickiest election from your perspective and from that of the party?
Very honestly, Rahul, when you have Modi's guarantee, do you think anything is a challenge? But I'm sure of one thing, that while all of you are looking at 2024, Modi is equally looking at 2029. As to how can my Sangathan and how can the country work towards, this is a leader who for the first time in the history of Indian democracy has given us a roadmap for the next 25 years when India celebrates 100 years of our independence. When was the last time you had such a prime minister? So you're looking at 24. Modi is looking at 2047. You're looking at political victory. Modi is looking for India's glory.
Interestingly, there were lots of laddus at the Congress headquarters this morning at 7. There was Lord Hanuman. They were celebrating even before the first vote had been counted. I wonder if they've sent the... Are you saying just send us those laddus, we'll eat them? Aapke to kisi kaam ke nahi hai aaj.
I will only say this, that those who have no political warranty left were busy assuring people with a guaranteed victory, and that is why it was not a mere happenstance that they were ordering for mithais to be delivered to the Congress headquarters. I think that today, particularly if you look at it from a political perspective, this victory of Narendra Modi is genuinely a death knell for the Gandhi siblings and their political perspectives and prospects. I think that they have tested the Prime Minister's mettle. They have lost no opportunity in demeaning him. They have lost no opportunity of bringing him and his government to disrepute. That the citizens and the voters of our country have resoundingly supported Narendra Modi should have some possibly means of introspection for the Gandhi siblings. But knowing the arrogance with which they function, I don't think they will do anything which helps them course correct. In fact, it's politically beneficial for the Bharatiya Janata Party and a Karyakarta like me particularly, as long as the Congress is in the hands of the Gandhi siblings.
There were some pundits in our studios and many outside who were waiting to credit the big impending victories in these states to Rahul Gandhi. Several messaging also saying on air it shows Rahul's potency and that of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, given the fact that they've been routed 3-0 in the heartland. They've won Telangana, but just 3 more than the required number. What do you think that then means for the effort to revive and resurrect the political fortunes of Rahul Gandhi?
Well, if the Gandhi magic was working, let me give you just one seat in the country where you would have seen the magic work. The siblings came to Amethi in the 2022 Vidhan Sabha elections. Out of the 5 seats, they lost the security deposit in 4. And in the 5th seat, they lost the election. So people who cannot hold on to their own family bastions, people who cannot fight their own Lok Sabha election alone without support, can you honestly think that they have the leadership capacity to lead an organization which is nationwide accepted as an organization with legacy? I think much has been said about them. Many obituaries have been already written about them. I should not waste my time about their leadership qualities. I can only say today there are 5 issues which bring me great joy. 1, Narendra Modi is known for fiscal discipline. He has been very vehement about it. Irrespective of being vehement about fiscal prudence and discipline, Modi has received people's support. There were many specialists, many researchers, many people who've done studies who thought that it's not politically prudent to be very, very fiscally disciplined. Modi has done that. This is a victory for that fiscal prudence and that fiscal discipline. Secondly, you have to admit, Rahul, women today are being celebrated as a decisive political factor, but that was not the case in 2014. For the first time in the history of our country, we have a Prime Minister who from the ramparts of the Red Fort spoke about sanitary pads, spoke about building toilets for women. No woman in this country before 2014 had ever told any politician, please build me a toilet. These were conversations which were taboo, in fact not socially acceptable. That the Prime Minister changed the narrative on gender justice is a given. And today what you see in terms of overwhelming support of women towards Prime Minister Modi, that again is resonating in elections across. Thirdly, I think the dangerous precedent that the Gandhi siblings were establishing of dividing this country on the basis of caste, today that has met with decisive defeat. Lastly, the personal attack that the Gandhi siblings and the opposition mounted on Prime Minister Modi, that also has been defeated. But the question that arises in all newsrooms today is there any future for the so-called alliance which today stands shattered and is in tatters?
What's your view on that? Do you think this chastens the Congress and the India alliance is then able to get their way by browbeating the Congress, or do you think this will lead to a fragmentation of the India alliance?
You know, I'll just take a leaf out of, and very, very irregularly so, out of the notebook of Mamata Bandyopadhyay, who said, wherever there is Rahul Gandhi, there is definite defeat. Need I say more?
Okay, we leave it over there. Smriti Irani punching hard and on the back of a very strong result, has every reason and conviction to do so. She's also thinking it clears the way for Prime Minister Modi's re-election in 2024. Congratulations on a famous victory, ma'am, and thank you very much for taking out time to join us on this busy day.
Thank you.
That's Union Minister, Senior BJP leader, giant slayer, Smriti Irani talking about this verdict. BJP Karyakartas, BJP party leaders, their top brass, that much more enthused and motivated because nothing gets a politician going in quite the way as these numbers would. 165 out of 230 in Madhya Pradesh, 116 in 1 out of 199 in Rajasthan, 54 at this moment out of 90. This is the best result the BJP could have hoped for on Super Sunday. I'm slipping into a break. When we come back, we'll have Siddharth Nath Singh join us. Siddharth Nath Singh is a senior leader from Uttar Pradesh. He was sent by the party to Chhattisgarh. When he went there, all the initial BJP data internally was also showing that the BJP is doing poorly in Chhattisgarh. We'll talk to him about how they were able to turn it around in Chhattisgarh and the impact this may have on the national elections. All that and more in our continuing coverage of Super Sunday. We return on the other side of a very quick break.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
हमारे प्रधानमंत्री श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी एमपी के मन में है और मोदी जी के मन में भी एमपी है। अमित शाह जी की अचूक रणनीति उनका जिस ढंग से यहाँ साथ मिला और हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्रीमान जेपी नड्डा जी का मार्गदर्शन, हमारे संगठन के नेतृत्व में कार्यकर्ताओं ने अनथक परिश्रम किया। प्रदेश अध्यक्ष, संगठन महामंत्री, उनके साथ टीम जुटी रही और जैसा भूपेंद्र यादव जी ने, शिव प्रकाश जी ने, अश्विनी वैष्णव जी ने जो मार्गदर्शन किया, उससे चुनाव के अभियान को सही गति और दिशा मिली। और इसलिए मैंने पहले भी कहा था, हम बिल्कुल कंफर्टेबल मेजॉरिटी, शानदार मेजॉरिटी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आएगी।
आपको लगता है कि मोदी मैजिक ने अपना काम कर दिया मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर?
ये मोदी मैजिक ही है, क्योंकि हमने पहले दिन जब मेरा बूथ सबसे मजबूत का अभियान माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी आए थे, 10 लाख बूथों से संवाद किया था उन्होंने और हर बूथ को जीतने का संकल्प दिलाया था। तब हमने कहा था कि मध्य प्रदेश के मन में मोदी और मोदी जी के मन में मध्य प्रदेश। आज जनता ने ये आशीर्वाद प्रधानमंत्री जी को दिया है कि 2024 में ताकत के साथ प्रधानमंत्री जी को इतिहास बनाना है तो मध्य प्रदेश में हो रहे सेमी फाइनल को प्रचंड बहुमत से जिताना है। जनता ने आशीर्वाद दिया है।
श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी एमपी के मन में है और मोदी जी के मन में भी एमपी है। उनके प्रति असीम श्रद्धा और अगाध विश्वास है। उन्होंने जो यहाँ सभाएं की, जनता से अपील की, वो जनता के दिल को छू गई और उसी के कारण ये परिणाम जो अभी रुझान आ रहे हैं, ये प्रमुख कारण है।
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
देश में बहुत शानदार जीत है भारतीय जनता पार्टी की, जो मध्य प्रदेश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने काम किया है।
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Co-presented by आपका जॉय भारत का जॉय, जॉय ई-बाइक. Co-presented by Nexa, Create Inspire. Co-powered by Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat. Co-powered by ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. बनाऊंगा मैं, बनेगा भारत.
I want to go across live at this moment to Siddharthnath Singh, senior BJP leader from Uttar Pradesh. He was sent by the party to Chhattisgarh at a time when the party, even in its internal surveys, was trailing. From there, Siddharthnath Singh, one of the key strategists in scripting a remarkable BJP victory akin to snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. In case our viewers have just tuned in, I want to welcome Siddharthnath Singh and show the figures on the election dashboard at this moment. 54 wins and leads for the BJP, up 39 from the last time. The Congress at 36, down 32. And if you look at the historic time graph of Chhattisgarh, this is the strongest BJP performance since the state was formed. It's never had 54 seats. Siddharthnath Singh, congratulations on a very historic and memorable performance.
No, thank you very much. But the credit doesn't go to me. The credit goes to our senior leaders and definitely those who were placed like Om Mathurji, Mansukh Mandviya, my colleague Naveen, Nitin, and there were other workers. But certainly it is a historical win, and the historical win has been led by nobody but Prime Minister Modi ji and Amit Shah ji, who is truly the chessboard master. He is the Chanakya. He used to guide us, and our president. So all those are, we are just the implementers. But at the end of the day, it was an election, and I do remember, Rahul, talking to you some time back at Piyush Goyalji's function, and you were also not very willing to accept that, yes, there is a possibility. So I think it's a great victory, and BJP winning 3-1. So I hate to use those words, but since the Congress has used it recently in the cricket match, so during the World Cup, and now really I would like to ask Congress, who is the Panoti in their party and who should be called the Panoti of the opposition? So let's decide on that.
Okay, interesting. Yes, all the data, in fact, at that time did show the Congress in the lead, and from there you've been able to turn it around, which is quite remarkable. There's a 4% vote share gap. The BJP 46% vote share, the Congress at 42% vote share. If I look at a historical map of Telangana, of Chhattisgarh when it comes to votes, this is the highest vote share the BJP has had. It had 39% vote share in 2003, 40% in 2008, 41% in 13, 33% in 2018. From there, 13% up at 46 this time. That is electorally quite a remarkable performance, given especially how all the data seem to suggest that the Bhupesh Baghel government wasn't that unpopular. So you're obviously able to stitch a campaign, which in terms of campaign management will go down in legend as an epic victory of electioneering and management. You spoke of the prowess on the chessboard, political chessboard of Amit Shah. Give our viewers, that's some insights. What did you learn from him in terms of how he plotted this campaign?
I think the way he brought, to begin with, not the manifesto to begin with, but initially we had come up with Wada Khilafi of Bhupesh Baghel, the promises they had made in 2018. Now, that needed to be highlighted, and Amit Bhai was very clear that the strategy needs to fall first, expose him, that he hasn't done what he claims to be. And in that, we used the good offices of Amit Shah ji to get Piyush Goyal just 2 days before the parliament had begun in September. And Piyush Goyal came up and, explained that 2,600 rupees, in 2,600 rupees with the Bhupesh Baghel claims that it is being given for the rice growers, that actually MSP is 2,100. So, like that. And then one day in the morning, I was talking to him and I said that you had, during the Wada Khilafi, you had said that it is Bhoop Pay. So I'm going to, make few ads and we're going to come out with these scams. So he says, no, don't do like this. Make into a bigger event. So he was kind of an event manager also and directing us how to do it. And then Anurag Thakur came in. And that press conference, Anurag Thakur, I think was a great hit. So, many things like this has happened. And therefore, I can only say that this was an experience to us in this election, which perhaps since last 30 years of being in party and as a worker, I haven't seen. So
it's actually a big victory for you. I remember you were last sent to West Bengal. Things didn't end up quite well over there for you. And it was a tough fight as well. You fought hard but didn't win. Here, it was again a tough fight where you were sent. You fought hard and this time the results are very different. It must feel like a big relief.
Well, I think so. Yes, it is a relief. But yes, West Bengal also. Rahul, we were never there in West Bengal. And West Bengal, under the leadership of Amit Shah ji, he was my party president. He gave me a free hand there. I think we went ahead and exposed many things of Mamata Banerjee. And that still continues. One of them was the big exposure to dent her image was the Sharda scam. And here again, it was the PC which I was made to do by the central leadership. And there also the PC on Mahadev app, which I did from Raipur, I think that made a lot of dent. So there were many coordinations who to do.
Do you think the
what to
Mahadev
do.
app was a factor? Some top BJP leaders who I spoke to, who I can't and shan't name, said, you know, those things which come too late in the campaign, they help in the hawa, but they don't really influence the vote as much. It's important to push that through, but it's not
don't
really a
think
game
so.
changer.
I don't think so. The basic thing was required is in last few years, Bhupesh Baghel had made a kind of an aura around him that he is the best chief minister. He is a deliverable chief minister. He has done so many things like this. So for us, it was important. And as I said, Amit Bhai had said, to expose him, dent his image. Now, you can't dent an image by simply simply not, making like the accusations made by the Congress. Rahul Gandhi comes and makes one accusation every time on the industrialist. So you have to come with facts and figures. So we were able to draw those facts and figures and then bring the attention of, the voters, and particularly then get it related with the campaign, and also the leaders who were coming were to asked to speak the same issues. So all these things put together brought a great campaign, and perhaps it will go down, at least in Chhattisgarh, I would say, an election which has never been witnessed, and somebody who has been able to, or the party which has been able to draw a victory from a defeat.
Prime Minister Modi is tweeted. I want to take our viewers through the tweet. Then I'll get Siddharth Nath Singh to respond what this means for the Prime Minister. Let's take you through the first reaction we've seen from the Prime Minister after these results came out. The results in Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan indicate that the people of India are firmly with the politics of good governance and development, which the BJP for India stands for. I thank the people of these states for their unwavering support and assure them that we'll keep working tirelessly for their well-being. A special thanks to the hardworking party Karyakartas. Each of them is exemplary. They have worked tirelessly and highlighted our achievements. That's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Siddharth Nath Singh, talking about this big result. If I look at the national overall picture that emerges from these numbers, in the 638 seats where counting was on today, the BJP winning decisively on 346, the Congress being able to bag only 229. Suggesting wherever the punch-up is between the BJP and the Congress, BJP is the odds-on favourite to win.
Well, again, it shows the confidence of the voters in the Prime Minister and the way he has led the country in difficult times, particularly during the COVID and the war which was happening between Ukraine, Russia, and keeping the economy intact. All those things have brought a favourable result for the BJP. But it's his leadership which has been accepted by the voters in India. And therefore, our slogan of Modi ki guarantee is a hit. And it's a game changer, because I saw in Chhattisgarh, wherever we added that, public was ready to believe. Whether it was women, we said 12,000 rupees to those jo vivahit mahilaएं hain, then to the farmers, and then we gave it to for the Yuva, that USPSC.
No, but tell me one thing.
Scam that
The
happened,
BJP initially, Mr. Singh, for so long was pushing against freebies. Then you saw how they worked for the Congress in Karnataka, in Himachal Pradesh. Now you can give it whatever spin you want. For all practical purposes, some of the promises that you're talking about and the BJP now has in its manifesto are, for all practical purposes, exactly the kind of situation you were trying to avoid initially.
No, I think, Rahul, we need to differentiate between a welfare scheme and a freebies. So one can't really get, it's a very thin line which we need to draw. So welfare schemes are always a welfare scheme.
Laddu, unki welfare scheme revdi hai. It's like kind of the same thing actually.
No, lot of you can turn around that it's a freebie. Why you're giving 8 to 80 crores? That's the biggest thing which has been enrolled or rolled out by the central government to the BPL people, 80 crores. So please do understand there is an inflation because of many variety of reasons, economic reasons you can add to it. Now, if there is a inflation, if you are supporting these families during the poor families during the inflationary side, then you are in a position for them to add an asset. They become an asset and they add value to your GDP. So it's how you take these welfare schemes. You can call it a freebies, but certainly when the idea goes is definitely to give a empowerment and strengthening through welfare schemes this poor section of the society.
Last question about the VIPs in Chhattisgarh. So many Congress ministers, heavyweights in the Bhupesh Baghel government or supposed heavyweights in the Bhupesh Baghel government have lost. And that really shows, like the likes of Deputy Chief Minister T.S. Singhdeo, he's also ended up losing at least half a dozen ministers in the Baghel government losing. What does that say according to you about, like for example, even Tamrajdar Swahu in Durg Gramin has lost. So what does that say about the anti-incumbency against these ministers and what was projected by the Congress as a performing state government?
Well, certainly it does show anti-incumbency. There is an anti-incumbency, but the anti-incumbency is because of their non-performance, because of their corruption, because of their promises which they were unable to deliver. For example, T.S. Singhdeo, although he did resign on that count, but he was the minister for the panchayat. He was to deliver those houses. The Prime Minister Awas, he was to deliver. So 16 lakh they had promised in 2018. They could only deliver 3 lakh of them. So these are certain promises which when you are unable to deliver, the public then responds. And they respond always after 5 years. And they responded this time.
Okay, we'll leave it over there. We'll have the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister, the man who's led the BJP to a historic victory, joining us in a moment. That's Siddharthnath Singh, joining us, a key architect of that famous victory. He says, in the political history of Chhattisgarh, this really will be seen as a remarkable turnaround in fortunes to come back so far behind midway through the campaign and show that you can find a way of winning. That's really what the modern day BJP poll machine is capable of. We'll slip into a break. We'll have a lot more for you in our continuing coverage on Super Sunday. We return on the other side of a very quick break. Stay with us.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
हमारे प्रधानमंत्री श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी एमपी के मन में है और मोदी जी के मन में भी एमपी है। अमित शाह जी की अचूक रणनीति, उनका जिस ढंग से यहाँ साथ मिला और हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्रीमान जेपी नड्डा जी का मार्गदर्शन, हमारे संगठन के नेतृत्व में कार्यकर्ताओं ने अनथक परिश्रम किया। प्रदेश अध्यक्ष, संगठन महामंत्री, उनके साथ टीम जुटी रही और जैसा भूपेंद्र यादव जी ने, शिव प्रकाश जी ने, अश्विनी वैष्णव जी ने जो मार्गदर्शन किया, उससे चुनाव के अभियान को सही गति और दिशा मिली। और इसलिए मैंने पहले भी कहा था, हम बिल्कुल कंफर्टेबल मेजॉरिटी, शानदार मेजॉरिटी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आएगी।
आपको लगता है कि मोदी मैजिक ने अपना काम कर दिया मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर?
ये मोदी मैजिक ही है, क्योंकि हमने पहले दिन जब मेरा बूथ सबसे मजबूत का अभियान माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी आए थे, 10 लाख बूथों से संवाद किया था उन्होंने और हर बूथ को जीतने का संकल्प दिलाया था। तब हमने कहा था कि मध्य प्रदेश के मन में मोदी और मोदी जी के मन में मध्य प्रदेश। आज जनता ने ये आशीर्वाद प्रधानमंत्री जी को दिया है कि 2024 में ताकत के साथ प्रधानमंत्री जी को इतिहास बनाना है तो मध्य प्रदेश में हो रहे सेमी फाइनल को प्रचंड बहुमत से जिताना है। जनता ने आशीर्वाद दिया है।
जब आज तक इंडिया टुडे एक्सिस माई इंडिया पोल ने कहा 140 से 162 सीट्स आएंगी, काफियों ने कहा ये कैसे इतना बड़ा मार्जिन हो सकता है और आज वही सटीक हुआ।
नहीं, मुझे भरोसा था। एक तो आपका जो अनुमान है वो सटीक बैठा है, लेकिन जनता का जो प्यार सड़कों पर दिखता था, लाडली बहनें मैं जहां जाता था गले लगती थी, सिर पे हाथ फेरती थी, आंखों में आंसू आ जाते थे और कहती थी अपन जीतेंगे। उससे लगता था कि परिणाम आएंगे।
आप मानते हैं कि औरतें, लड़कियां, इनका वोट सबसे मायने रखा, ये कांग्रेस नहीं खींच पाई अपनी तरफ?
आप विश्लेषण करेंगे तो यही सामने आएगा कि बहनों ने जाति और धर्म से ऊपर उठ के भी हमें वोट किया।
आखिरी सवाल सर, हमने जब सपोर्टर्स से और लोगों से पूछा कि मुख्यमंत्री यही रहेंगे या बदलेंगे, तो सबने एक साथ आपका ही नाम लिया। वो रेडी नहीं है नाम बदलने के लिए?
देखिए, हम लोग कार्यकर्ता हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक मिशन है भारत के निर्माण का, वैभवशाली, गौरवशाली, शक्तिशाली, संपन्न और समृद्ध भारत के निर्माण का। हम उस मिशन के अंग है। पार्टी तय करती कौन कहाँ काम करे।
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
साथ में इस समय दिया कुमारी है। मैम, जिस प्रकार का रिस्पांस और जिस प्रकार का जन समर्थन मिला आपको, क्या लगता है आपको?
नो, ये देखिए, ऐसा
आप मना कर रहे हैं लोगों को कि आपको सीएम ना कहें, पर लोग आप लोगों को मना कर रही हैं कि आपको सीएम ना कहें, पर आपकी बात मान नहीं रहे। आपको सीएम,
जनता में उत्साह देखिए, आप सभी को बोल रहे होंगे, लेकिन ऐसा है, अभी हम लोग बहुत अच्छे मतों से, मैं तो जीत ही रही हूँ, हमारे सारे प्रत्याशी जीत रहे हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार भारी बहुमत से राजस्थान में बनती हुई नजर आ रही है, मध्य प्रदेश में भी और छत्तीसगढ़ में भी। बहुत अच्छी
दिया कुमारी जी, जिस तरह से पार्टी ने आपको विद्याधर नगर से चुनाव लड़ने की जिम्मेदारी दी और जिस तरह से आपको जन समर्थन मिला है, अगर पार्टी आपको कहती है कि आपका अगला पड़ाव मुख्यमंत्री के पद के तौर पर जिम्मेदारी निभाने का होगा, क्या आप उसको एक्सेप्ट करेंगी?
ये कोई ऐसी चीज थोड़ी है कि आप एक्सेप्ट करो या नहीं करो। देखिए, ये सब डिसीजंस पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड और टॉप लीडरशिप करेगी और
जिम्मेदारी के लिए आप तैयार हैं?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सीएम बनेगा, सबसे बड़ी बात तो वही है। और हम लोग सब बहुत खुश हैं कि हमारी सरकार बन रही है और ये भ्रष्टाचारी सरकार फाइनली आउट है राजस्थान से और हमेशा के लिए आउट है।
भटिया जी, यहाँ पे कई कद्दावर नेता माने जाते हैं।
Remember the promise that you have made. If Congress is voted to power, you will shave your beard earlier. You have told. What do you want to say at this moment, sir?
Yeah, after we form the government, probably I'll take off my beard.
So, what do you have to say about the current politics that is going on in Taj Krishna? We have seen that Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister is in Park Hayat and other MLAs also are there. So, what do you have to say about that?
No,
any coaching that can be done, any MLAs that can shift sides is what you feel?
See, in contemporary politics, when we're dealing with people like the BJP and the BRS, we will take our precautions. And while I don't see, I'm not aware of whatever is going on about poaching and all, but I'm confident that our Congress elected MLAs will stay with us. No problem. And if our party organization is taking any steps to prevent others from having any mischievous ideas in their mind, I think that's the right thing to do.
Co-presented by आपका जॉय भारत का जॉय, जॉय ई-बाइक. Co-presented by Nexa, Create Inspire. Co-powered by Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat. Co-powered by ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. बनाऊंगा मैं, बनेगा भारत.
You know, one of the things the Bharatiya Janata Party did in these elections is put its senior ministers, big leaders, in the battlefield in the assembly elections. One of them is Prahlad Singh Patel, Union Minister, Member of Parliament from Damoh. He's beaten Lakhan Singh Patel of the Congress and Mahesh Chaudhary of the BSP. And if the BJP is looking at a generational change beyond the Shivraj Singh Chauhan generation, then Prahlad Singh Patel, now the MLA from Narsinghpur, is one of the faces the BJP will be looking at very carefully. Patel साहब, स्वागत है आपका इंडिया टुडे पर। 166 सीटें, इतनी बड़ी जीत, सबको लग रहा था बीजेपी में भी कि फंसा हुआ चुनाव है, टक्कर को चुनाव है, जीत जाएंगे लेकिन मार्जिन थोड़ा कम रहेगा। यहां तो आपने ऐसी धुआंधार बैटिंग की है कि कांग्रेस को मध्य प्रदेश में कहीं का नहीं छोड़ा आपने। प्रहलाद जी, आवाज आ रही है आपको? प्रहलाद जी, मुझे आवाज आ रही है, मैं अभी बात भी की थी। प्रहलाद जी, आवाज आ रही है आपको? प्रहलाद जी, आवाज आ रही है आपको? आप लाइव हैं इस वक्त इंडिया टुडे टीवी पे। मैं कह रहा था कि भाजपा के लोग भी बता रहे थे जब हम भोपाल में थे कि ये काफी टाइट इलेक्शन होगा, जीतेंगे लेकिन थोड़ा मार्जिन कम होगा। यहां पे तो आपने 166 सीटें जीतकर कांग्रेस की बुरी हालत कर दी मध्य प्रदेश में।
जी,
मैं कह रहा हूं कि इतनी ज्यादा सीटें आपने ले ली, क्या आपको लगता है कि जितना आपका खुद का अनुमान था उससे ज्यादा है ये?
नहीं, मैं पहले दिन से कह रहा था कि 2003 मुझे 2023 में रिपीट होते दिख रहा है। मैंने अपना स्टैंड कभी नहीं बदला, बाकी लोग जो भी कहते रहे हों, लेकिन मेरे बयानों को अगर आप पूरी तरह से देखेंगे तो मैं हमेशा से कहता रहा हूं कि मैं 2003 में इन्वॉल्व हुआ था। अब 2023 में जो मैं देख रहा हूं, तब में हम विरोध में थे, अब हम सत्ता में हैं, लेकिन हम लहर एक सी देख रहे थे। और मैं हमेशा, मेरा स्टैंड रहा, मैंने कभी नहीं बदला। मैंने कहा कि 2003 2023 में रिपीट होते दिख रहा है, और मुझे लगता है ये आंकड़ा उसी बात का गवाह है।
इतनी बड़ी जीत का श्रेय आप किसको या किस विषय को या किस शख्स को देते हैं?
अगर एक व्यक्ति का नाम होगा तो ये मोदी का मैजिक है। और मैं जब ये बात कहता हूं तो मैं चुनाव के प्रचार के दौरान भी ये बोलता था कि ये 4 पैरामीटर्स हैं जिसमें मोदी अपने आप में दुनिया में जाने जाते हैं। गरीब कल्याण का उनका संकल्प, हमारे मातृ शक्ति का सशक्तिकरण, हमारे बच्चे हमसे बेहतर जिंदगी जिए इसका संकल्प, और चौथा जो हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था का की रीढ़ है वो है किसान, उसको सम्मान भी मिले और उसके मेहनत से पैदा हुई अनाज की उसको कीमत भी मिले। ये भी मोदी जी ने करके दिखाया। और जब इन चारों पैरामीटर्स की मैं बात करता हूं तो मध्य प्रदेश ने इन चारों बिंदुओं पर ईमानदारी से बेहतर काम किया है। तो मुझे लगता है कि ये कार्य करने की प्रणाली मोदी जी की प्रणाली है, इसलिए मोदी मैजिक है, जिसका परिणाम है कि हम राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, इवन तेलंगाना, मैंने दूसरी बात ये भी कही थी कि हम पिछले परफॉर्मेंस से बेहतर करेंगे 5 राज्यों में। 4 राज्यों के परिणाम आ गए, 5 का कल आएगा, कल भी मैं देखूंगा।
खूब ऐसी चर्चा मध्य प्रदेश के राजनीतिक गलियारों में रही है कि अगर पार्टी शिवराज सिंह चौहान के अलावा किसी दूसरे चेहरे के बारे में सोचती है मुख्यमंत्री पद को लेके, तो वो नाम आपका हो सकता है।
मैं पहले भी इस बात को कहता था कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी अटकलबाजियों से राजनीति नहीं करती है। परिणाम अब आ गए हैं और मुझे लगता है कि जितना मैं जानता हूं कि सूचना आप लोगों को पहले मिलेगी, तो मुझे लगता है सबको इंतजार करना चाहिए। भारतीय जनता पार्टी का मुख्यमंत्री होगा, कौन होगा, ये पार्टी तय करेगी।
और आपको लगता है कि चांद से कहीं ना कहीं मन में थोड़ा सा तो ये होगा कि यार इस बार हो गया, शिवराज जी को काफी टाइम मिल गया, इस बार मेरा मौका आ जाए तो मजा आ जाए?
मुझे लगता है कि राजनीति सौदा नहीं है। मेरे जैसे व्यक्ति ने, जिसने इतने लंबे समय राजनीतिक जीवन अपना जिया है, पार्टी मुझे जो निर्देश करती रही है वही मैंने किया है। मैं पहली बार विधानसभा का चुनाव लड़ रहा हूँ, तब भी मैं ये अपेक्षा नहीं करता। मैं 2003 और 4 में यही बातें सुनता था जो आज सुनता हूँ, इसलिए मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता।
कांग्रेस का कैंपेन कहां पे गड़बड़ा गया? क्योंकि वाकई में एंटी इनकम्बेंसी थी, 18 साल हो भी गए थे, तो ऐसे में आपको क्या लगा कि कहां पे ये चुनाव पलटा या कहां पे बीजेपी ने बाजी मारी?
मुझे लगता है कि कांग्रेस ने परसेप्शन बिगाड़ने की कोशिश की थी, इसमें कोई दो मत नहीं। 2018 का चुनाव लालच का चुनाव था, लेकिन कांग्रेस के पास में नेतृत्व तो नहीं था। जो नेता थे कमलनाथ जी और दिग्विजय सिंह जी, ये थके हुए लोग थे जिनको हम 2003 में हरा चुके थे। उनके पास में दूसरी पंक्ति का नेतृत्व नहीं था। जो सामूहिक नेतृत्व का प्रयोग भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने किया, जिस बात के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी जानी जाती है, हम सारे के सारे लोग 86-85 से साथ में काम कर रहे हैं और वो 2003 में परवान चढ़े हुए लोग थे। हम बेहतर स्थिति में थे सारे के सारे लोग, और वो लोग आज मैदान में थे। ये भरोसा बड़ी चीज थी। तीसरी बात है कि जो मोदी जी की कार्य प्रणाली है, जो वो कहते हैं वो करते हैं, ये भरोसा बड़ा भरोसा है। तो जो बातें मैंने आपको कही हैं वो पिलर्स, वो बड़े पिलर्स हैं, जिसने जातिवाद को भी खत्म किया और इस बूढ़े नेतृत्व की बात पर किसी ने विश्वास नहीं किया। और ये सिर्फ मध्य प्रदेश में नहीं हुआ, आप देखिए कि ओवरऑल चाहे राजस्थान हो, मध्य प्रदेश हो, छत्तीसगढ़ हो या इवन तेलंगाना, हम सब जगह पर मोदी जी के प्रति भरोसे को स्पष्ट रूप से देख पा रहे हैं।
2024 के चुनाव पर इस नतीजे का क्या असर पड़ेगा आपके विचार में? इतनी बड़ी जो हिंदी हार्टलैंड स्टेट्स में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जीत हुई है, क्या आपको लगता है कि इससे 2024 के लिए भाजपा का रास्ता और साफ और आसान हो जाता है?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी 2024 में पिछले आंकड़े से आगे जाना चाहती है, और ये जो तीनों राज्यों में विजय का मतलब है कि कांग्रेस जो झूठ और भ्रम को फैलाती है या फैलाना चाहती थी या कोशिश कर रही थी, वो बेनकाब हुई है। और इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि मोदी जी जिस रास्ते पर भारत माता को यशस्वी बनाने के लिए, ऊंचाइयां पहुंचाने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, उसमें और गति मिलेगी और हम ताकत के साथ अपने पिछले ही रिकॉर्ड को तोड़ने का काम करेंगे, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है।
I want to show Prahlad ji, I'm sure he's already seen it, and our viewers the vote share numbers. प्रहलाद जी, अगर आप वोट शेयर देखें मध्य प्रदेश का, तो पिछली बार बहुत कड़ा मुकाबला था। अब की दफा 9% का बीजेपी को एडवांटेज है। जब बाइपोलर इलेक्शन रहती है उसमें 9% का एडवांटेज। कुल मिला के 230 सीटों में से 186 सीटों पर भाजपा का वोट शेयर 40% से ज्यादा रहा, यानी कि कुछ ही सीटों को छोड़कर लगभग बाकी सारी सीटों में भाजपा ने बहुत कड़ी चुनौती दी है। जहां पे कांग्रेस जीती भी है वहां पे भी वो कम मार्जिन से जीती है, जबकि बीजेपी लगभग हर सीट पे बहुत स्ट्रांगली लड़ रही थी।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का लक्ष्य है कि हम 50% से ज्यादा वोट हासिल करने की तरफ आगे बढ़े। हमारा पन्ना प्रमुख से लेकर तमाम जो व्यवस्था है, जो कार्य प्रणाली है, वो इसी बात का लक्षित होकर करती है कि हम 50% से ज्यादा वोट हासिल करें, अपने कार्यों के साथ विश्वास मतदाता के मन में पैदा करें, ताकि हम लोकतंत्र में 50% वोट जिसके पास होगा वो चुनाव जीतेगा। और इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि हम काम करते हैं, साथ में संगठनात्मक तरीके से हमारी ये कोशिश भी होती है कि वो वोट में तब्दील हो और ये वोट प्रतिशत 50% से ज्यादा हो। तो मुझे लगता है कि उसमें हमने अचीव करने में इस बार 80% अगर हमने सफलता अर्जित की है, तो अगले चुनाव में हम चाहेंगे कि 100% हम 50% वोट शेयर लेने के बारे में सोचें।
ये रहा स्क्रीन पे 23 सीटें ऐसी है जहां पे कांग्रेस का मार्जिन आपसे 5% ज्यादा है। तो अगर ये कुछ सीटें आ जाती तो 23 सीटें लगभग और 164 के ऊपर संभवतः भाजपा की हो सकती थी। ये नैरो विन से कांग्रेस जीत रही है।
नहीं, ये सच्चाई है। मुझे लगता है लोकतंत्र में प्रतिपक्ष को मजबूत रहना चाहिए। ये हर कोई जो लोकतंत्र में आस्था रखता है वो चाहेगा, लेकिन संगठनात्मक दृष्टि से अगर हम अच्छे काम कर रहे हैं, हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं की साख है, उनका परिश्रम है, उसके काम करने का तरीका अच्छा है, तो हमारा लक्ष्य ही रहेगा कि अब जहां पर भी हम वोट शेयर लें वो 50% से ज्यादा हो।
आप जुड़े हमारे साथ प्रहलाद जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया एंड मेनी कांग्रेचुलेशंस। That's one of the key ministers in the BJP sent to fight in Madhya Pradesh, now helping and could be one of the contenders. What you're seeing on the screen is the trio of Kamal Nath, Digvijay Singh and Randeep Singh Surjewala. They led the Congress campaign in Madhya Pradesh. It turned out to be a disastrous end result. They're all looking chastened and glum with good reason. They also cursed, abused and said all kinds of things about our post-poll study, which in the end actually turned out to be correct. So maybe that's something they should reflect on, not shoot the messenger. He fought hard. You can't take that away. Both Kamal Nath and Digvijay Singh gave it their all. They fought hard. In the end, they've been beaten by a stronger electoral force. Shiv Arur, my colleague, also joins us. Shiv, those are very, very glum faces. And this also shows how disconnected the Congress was with reality, because till the end they thought they're winning big. It seems to be completely the opposite of what they were expecting.
Well, you know, if image is anything, then the looks on those faces really say it. Southern comfort for the Congress party as far as Telangana is concerned, but really nothing at all to lift the spirits in the three big heartland states of Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and MP. Kamal Nath speaking. Let's listen.
प्रजातंत्र के इस मुकाबले में हम मध्य प्रदेश के मतदाताओं का फैसला स्वीकार करते हैं। आज विरोधी दल के नाते और आगे भी जो हमारा कर्तव्य है, हम उस कर्तव्य पर डटे रहेंगे। सबसे बड़ी चुनौती हमारे सामने नौजवानों की भविष्य की है, बेरोजगारी की है और कृषि क्षेत्र की है। कृषि क्षेत्र 70% हमारे अर्थव्यवस्था का हिस्सा है और कृषि क्षेत्र में मजबूती आए, ये हमारी प्राथमिकता होनी चाहिए। मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी को बधाई देता हूँ और उम्मीद करता हूँ कि जिस प्रकार जनता ने उन्हें समर्थन दिया है, वो उस पर खड़े उतरेंगे और जनता को जो विश्वास उन्होंने जताया है भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर, वो विश्वास बड़ी जिम्मेदारी से वो निभाएंगे। आज हमारी दूसरी उम्मीद थी। मैंने हमेशा कहा था कि मैं मध्य प्रदेश के मतदाताओं पर विश्वास करता हूँ, वो आज भी करता हूँ। मैंने पिछले 1 महीने से कह रहा हूँ, मैं मध्य प्रदेश के मतदाताओं पर विश्वास करता हूँ। मेरे से जब आप पूछते थे कि कितनी सीटें आएंगी, मैं कहता था मैं मध्य प्रदेश के मतदाताओं पर विश्वास करता हूँ। आज भी मैं विश्वास करता हूँ और मुझे ये उम्मीद है कि ये विश्वास जो मध्य प्रदेश के मतदाताओं ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर रखा है, उनके साथ विश्वासघात नहीं होगा। हम इस पर विचार करेंगे कि क्या हमने कमियां थी, क्यों हम मतदाता को अपनी बात नहीं समझा पाए। हर उम्मीदवार से चर्चा करके, वो हारा हुआ हो या जीता हुआ हो, हम उनसे चर्चा करेंगे अगले कुछ दिनों में और उस चर्चा के बाद हम इसका निष्कर्ष निकालेंगे।
कमलनाथ जी, क्या चूक हो गई? इतनी बड़ी टक्कर थी आपकी।
ये सब तो
थैंक यू।
Brief press conference there by Kamal Nath, Digvijay Singh and Randeep Singh Surjewala, the in charge for Madhya Pradesh, after what can only be interpreted as a humiliating defeat for the Congress party. The BJP demonstrating that not only is there no anti-incumbency, but there is a monstrous pro-incumbency for the BJP in Madhya Pradesh. 13 years of incumbency simply washed away in a landslide victory for Shivraj Singh Chauhan. We're saying Jhume Jo Chauhan, and that is not said lightly. What else can you say in light of the kind of numbers you see, right above my head? Those are the Madhya Pradesh figures you see there. 164 for the BJP, 65 for the Congress party. Remember, this was a state that the Congress party put up a particularly spirited campaign. But now all you can see really is the forlorn figure of Kamal Nath. It appears that the Congress party is going to load this humiliating defeat only at Kamal Nath's door. That's the way things really roll. I want to go across to India Today's Pooja Shali, my colleague who's there in Bhopal, the city where Shivraj Singh Chauhan has, won an incredible historic victory. The expression, Pooja, on Kamal Nath's face couldn't have said it better. This was a state that the Congress party pretty much thought they had in the bag, anti-incumbency, public discontent, so many public issues. But, whether it was Ladli Behna, whether it was, Revdi culture on both sides, but ultimately faith in the leadership. Madhya Pradesh couldn't have spoken any louder than this.
Absolutely, and that is why Congress has a lot to deliberate upon. They had it in 2018. What went wrong? Was it overconfidence? Was it not understanding the ground connect that Shivraj Singh Chauhan had? But what a moment, Shiv, for Shivraj Singh Chauhan. 2005 became a chief minister, then 2008, then 2013, 2023. Now it's almost a 20-year career as a chief minister. A lot has changed in Madhya Pradesh, not Shivraj Singh Chauhan. But I have to tell you something. Joining me right now, and I'll speak to them shortly, are some of the Behnas he has been constantly talking about. And I have to add here, Shiv, every time in this massive premises of CM House in Bhopal, Shivraj Singh Chauhan came, met each one of them, spoke to them. If there were more coming, he went and met again. It was not that I have become the chief minister or I have won the party elections again. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the day. He has been going through this area, meeting all of these supporters and voters. So a quick word from these Behnas. लाडली बहना पे बहुत मुख्यमंत्री ने भी फोकस किया. आज कह रहे हैं आपकी वजह से जीते हैं. क्या ये महिलाओं की वजह से जीते हैं इलेक्शन?
बिल्कुल लाडली बहनों की वजह से जीते हैं, क्योंकि माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी ने लाडली बहनों के लिए बहुत योगदान दिया है और लाडली बहनों ने भैया के लिए भी जिताया है, क्योंकि बहनों लाडली के भैया कहते हैं ना कि हमारे उनका ऊपर
भरोसा है. उन पे क्यों ऐसा भरोसा? क्या किया उन्होंने आपके?
आज तक कहने कोई भी ऐसे क्षेत्र में नहीं आया है शिवराज जी जैसा. उनने है ना हमारे लिए लाडली लक्ष्मी से लेकर लाडली बहना जो चलाई है, उससे कई गरीब वर्ग की महिलाओं का आगे बढ़ी है,
जिंदगी बदली.
हाँ, उनसे बदली है. कई मेहनत करने मजदूरी करने जाती थी जो महिलाएं, आज वो घर में बैठ के अपना छोटी सी दुकान चला रही हैं. छोटे घर भी देख रेख कर रही, और जिनके छोटे छोटे बच्चे थे वो उनकी देख रेख कर रही घर में रह के.
I have to say there are schemes that have clearly worked and women have now come out as a deciding factor. You cannot ignore women as a deciding factor for election, Shiv, and that is my key takeaway. Of course, there was Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah aggressively campaigning till the last day when Congress may have felt we have it with us. Shivraj Singh Chauhan on one hand, Jyotiraditya Scindia on another, Union Minister coming in. It was a joint campaign. Ground level workers were inspired constantly to work. It was not easy. There was anti-incumbency. There was scam allegations, whether Patwari and other, remember Vyapam scam shadows as well. All of that, people decided to push away and say they have done enough for us and we are going to pay back. And these sisters say we have given our bhaiya and their kids mama the gift today, and that is the party returns to Madhya Pradesh. Shiv.
Incredible. I mean, and the thing about a victory like this is one wonders whether there's any real choice as to who will be the Mukhyamantri of Madhya Pradesh. After all, this victory has happened under the leadership of Shivraj Singh Chauhan. But politics being politics, Pooja, the question of kaun banega Mukhyamantri is still a standing question. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Pooja, stay with me. I'm also joined from two other states. Nabila joins me from Jaipur, where the BJP has won a very decisive victory there. Akshita is with us in Telangana. Nabila, coming to you first. Big question about who's going to be the chief minister in Rajasthan. There's a press conference happening where you are right now, but coming to you, Nabila, what are you picking up from the ground now? The BJP has, the very favorable kind of decision to make. Who gets to be the next chief minister?
Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. Right, Shiv, in fact, I'm right now at the press conference where all the BJP leaders are just seated there. If I can ask my camera to pan, this is where Arun Singh as well as CP Joshi, the leader of the BJP unit here in the state, they both are addressing exactly this, that they've won with a thumping majority here in Rajasthan. They wanted to unseat Ashok Gehlot, and that's what they've managed to do. It's indeed a great feat for the BJP. Vasundhara Raje is certainly one of those favorite choices for a chief minister, but let me tell you, she doesn't seem to be the most popular when it comes to the party cadre. The BJP leaders themselves are divided on the name of Vasundhara Raje, so is it going to be her or not is something that we'll know in just a little while. This press conference has just started, but if I could tell you, Vasundhara Raje has managed to win her constituency, Diya Kumari has won her constituency, and a few big wins, but what we see here is in Rajasthan, Divya Madena, who is a very popular Congress candidate, has been defeated in her constituency of Osian seat. We also know that one of the very popular constituencies here in Rajasthan is Bhilwara, a big seat here that's been won by an independent candidate called Ashok Kumar Kotari. So another tectonic shift that we see here in the state of Rajasthan is not just about BJP coming to power thumpingly, but also a good number of independent candidates, almost 19 independent candidates who have come to victory here in Rajasthan. That should really speak a lot of the mindset behind many of the voters here who neither want the BJP nor the Congress. Many of them have gone the independent way, but BJP really owning this victory, and that's the presser that you see right here as I speak.
I think, to think that the conversation has gone from, whether the Congress will reward Sachin Pilot with chief ministership if they win, to now, that dilemma being snatched away from, Gehlot, all the different dilemmas, all the different questions that now arise with the Gehlot government ousted from power in Rajasthan, which can easily be explained by the Congress party as being, part of the revolving door philosophy of elections in Rajasthan. That was the BJP state leadership in Rajasthan speaking. Let me just dip into that press conference. It's still on, what Nabila was showing us. Let's just quickly dip into it to see what they're saying. Any hints at all being dropped about who the next CM may be?
जिनका भरपूर स्नेह समर्थन आशीर्वाद मिला, उन सबको वंदन अभिनंदन करते हुए, और आपका भी सभी मित्रों का, जिनका इस पूरे चुनाव के दौरान आप सबका खूब सहयोग मिला, आपका भी मैं हृदय की गहराई से एक पार्टी परिवार का कार्यकर्ता होने के नाते इस विशाल भारतीय जनता पार्टी परिवार की ओर से आपका भी हृदय की गहराई से आभार प्रकट करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। धन्यवाद मित्रों, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Okay, from Rajasthan, no clarity yet on who the chief minister there will be. These are some of the probable faces. We don't know what it's going to be, so we don't want to call it until it actually happens. But the channel that called the Rajasthan election before anybody else, we'll of course report that to you first once a decision is taken. Remember, there's a big meeting at the BJP headquarters in the national capital in about an hour from now. We're expecting Prime Minister Modi to also go there. So more clarity once that takes place. We've got some breaking news coming in from the other state that went to the election, Telangana. This is huge. This is the big Kamareddy clash that has sprung a massive surprise. This was a VIP seat. The BJP's Venkata Ramana Reddy is leading in the Kamareddy constituency after the 13th round. KCR, the outgoing chief minister, and Revant Reddy, the man who led the Congress to this big win, are both trailing. KCR and Revant both trailing in the VIP seat of Kamareddy. The BJP's Venkata Ramana emerges as a giant slayer. Let's go straight across to Akshita, who's been on the ground. She's been reporting from Kamareddy as well. Akshita, the BJP's giant slayer in a seat where you reported from. It doesn't get bigger than this, beating both Revant and KCR.
The message to the people of Kamareddy is very clear, Shiv. We don't care if you're the current chief minister. We don't care if you're going to be the next chief minister. We will vote for our man. And that seems to have made the difference. The difference between Venkata Ramana Reddy and Revant Reddy and KCR is that the BJP candidate belonged to Kamareddy. He studied there, he grew up there, and it looks like that's resonated with the people. They said, we don't want any outsider to represent us. We want a local to represent us. And that's what's made the difference, really. With every passing minute, if you look at the EC website, the lead that Venkata Ramana Reddy has over Revant and KCR is only growing. Second place now is KCR, third place against Revant Reddy. And this despite the fact that you had the Chief Minister, now perhaps caretaker Chief Minister KCR, actually referring to his ancestral roots in Kamareddy. It clearly hasn't worked. The emotion card didn't work, and only the people of Kamareddy said one thing: we want the person who belongs to our land to represent us. Very, very interesting battle. Political bigwigs, but the power of the people prevails. That's very clear. And this is perhaps a fitting case study of that, where the people said, we don't care how prominent, powerful, what is at stake, we want our own man to succeed.
Very, very interesting. And okay, let's go to the BJP office in Delhi, where celebrations have been on for quite a while as well. Polami is speaking to Meenakshi Lekhi and other senior leaders. Let's listen in.
Victory to
our poster guy, Prime Minister Modi.
to Prime Minister Modi. You think the Modi magic is going to work in Lok Sabha 2024 as well?
Absolutely, because for 9 years, 10 years, the kind of insurmountable work which has been done in the country, I think the whole country is a witness to it.
But
our opposition may not admit, but they also know it.
But do you think there's still some work to be done in terms of the southern frontier is concerned?
Of course, and we are ready for that.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for speaking with us, Shiv. That was Meenakshi Lekhi, of course, saying, this basically has set the stage for 2024. You can see the celebrations. Mridul, my camera person, will show you the pictures of celebrations over here at the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters, just outside the extension. This is the new building of the BJP, and that is going to host for the first time a mega celebration of this kind, where the BJP has swept through the Hindi heartland states of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. In a short while from now, the Prime Minister will be over here. Security checks are currently underway to allow for entry of all of these karyakartas who've gathered over here, who the Prime Minister in fact credited with that stupendous victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party. But yes, the leaders have started arriving, and you can expect the entire cabinet to be here today, because this is a moment that everyone who's at least in Delhi at the moment will want to celebrate with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Shiv.
So, Polami, the Prime Minister is expected there very shortly. We'll come right back to you. Huge crowds gathering at the BJP headquarters in Delhi. Several senior leaders obviously will be accompanying the Prime Minister, including JP Nadda, the BJP National President. We'll come back to you in just a moment, Polami. Many more voices, ministers, all assembling there right before the Prime Minister arrives. We've got a reaction coming in from Rahul Gandhi. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi is just tweeted. Rahul Gandhi putting out a social media post saying, "We humbly accept the mandate of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. The battle of ideology will continue. I am very thankful to the people of Telangana. We will definitely fulfill the promise of making Prajalu Telangana, that is People's Telangana. Heartfelt thanks to all the workers for their hard work and support," says Rahul Gandhi in his first reaction. Remember, Rahul's Bharat Jodo Yatra spent a lot of time in Telangana, also spent quite a bit of time in the states where the Congress has suffered a big defeat. So that's Rahul Gandhi's tweet at this point of time. We're taking a very quick break. Remember, in just a short while from now, the Prime Minister of India will be reaching the BJP headquarters. We'll get you all the very latest news from the 4 states where we've reported the results to you. Remember, still a lot of suspense over Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri in 3 of those states. Back after this. Stay with us.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
साथ में इस समय दिया कुमारी हैं मैम। जिस प्रकार का रिस्पांस और जिस प्रकार का जन समर्थन मिला आपको, क्या लगता है आपको?
नो ये देखिए, ऐसा
आप मना कर रहे हैं लोगों को कि आपको सीएम ना कहें, पर लोग आप लोगों को मना कर रही हैं कि आपको सीएम ना कहें, पर आपकी बात मान नहीं रहे, आपको सीएम।
जनता में उत्साह देखिए, आप सभी को बोल रहे होंगे, लेकिन ऐसा है, अभी हम लोग बहुत अच्छे मतों से, मैं तो जीत ही रही हूँ, हमारे सारे प्रत्याशी जीत रहे हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार भारी बहुमत से राजस्थान में बनती हुई नजर आ रही है, मध्य प्रदेश में भी और छत्तीसगढ़ में भी। बहुत अच्छी
दिया कुमारी जी, जिस तरह से पार्टी ने आपको विद्याधर नगर से चुनाव लड़ने की जिम्मेदारी दी और जिस तरह से आपको जन समर्थन मिला है, अगर पार्टी आपको कहती है कि आपका अगला पड़ाव मुख्यमंत्री के पद के तौर पर जिम्मेदारी निभाने का होगा, क्या आप उसको एक्सेप्ट करेंगी?
ये कोई ऐसी चीज थोड़ी है कि आप एक्सेप्ट करो या नहीं करो। देखिए, ये सब डिसीजंस पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड और टॉप लीडरशिप करेगी। और
जिम्मेदारी के लिए आप तैयार हैं?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सीएम बनेगा, सबसे बड़ी बात तो वही है। और हम लोग सब बहुत खुश हैं कि हमारी सरकार बन रही है और ये भ्रष्टाचारी सरकार फाइनली आउट है राजस्थान से, और हमेशा के लिए आउट है।
पटिया जी, यहाँ पे कई कद्दावर नेता माने जाते हैं।
जब आज तक इंडिया टुडे एक्सिस माई इंडिया पोल ने कहा 140 से 162 सीट्स आएंगी, काफियों ने कहा ये कैसे इतना बड़ा मार्जिन हो सकता है, और आज वही सटीक हुआ।
नहीं, मुझे भरोसा था। एक तो आपका जो अनुमान है वो सटीक बैठा है, लेकिन जनता का जो प्यार सड़कों पर दिखता था, लाडली बहनें मैं जहां जाता था गले लगती थी, सिर पे हाथ फेरती थी, आंखों में आंसू आ जाते थे और कहती थी अपन जीतेंगे, उससे लगता था कि परिणाम आएंगे।
आप मानते हैं कि औरतें, लड़कियां, इनका वोट सबसे मायने रखा, ये कांग्रेस नहीं खींच पाई अपनी तरफ?
आप विश्लेषण करेंगे तो यही सामने आएगा कि बहनों ने जाति और धर्म से ऊपर उठ के भी हमें वोट किया।
आखिरी सवाल सर, हमने जब सपोर्टर्स से और लोगों से पूछा कि मुख्यमंत्री यही रहेंगे या बदलेंगे, तो सबने एक साथ आपका ही नाम लिया, वो रेडी नहीं है नाम बदलने के लिए?
देखिए, हम लोग कार्यकर्ता हैं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक मिशन है भारत के निर्माण का, वैभवशाली, गौरवशाली, शक्तिशाली, संपन्न और समृद्ध भारत के निर्माण का। हम उस मिशन के अंग है। पार्टी तय करती कौन कहाँ काम करे।
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest. Be sustainable change, a BNP Group company.
देश में बहुत शानदार जीत है भारतीय जनता पार्टी की। जो मध्य प्रदेश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने काम किया है, डबल इंजन की सरकार के प्रति जो जन जन का विश्वास है, मोदी जी के नेतृत्व के प्रति जो जन जन का विश्वास है, और जिस तरह से शिवराज जी की परफॉर्मेंस रही, काम हुआ है, उसके आज परिणाम सबके सामने है। संगठन ने जो काम किया उसके परिणाम सबके सामने है। बहुत अच्छी जीत है। मध्य प्रदेश की जनता को सबको बधाई।
हमारे प्रधानमंत्री श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी एमपी के मन में है, और मोदी जी के मन में भी एमपी है। अमित शाह जी की अचूक रणनीति, उनका जिस ढंग से यहाँ साथ मिला, और हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्रीमान जेपी नड्डा जी का मार्गदर्शन, हमारे संगठन के नेतृत्व में कार्यकर्ताओं ने अनथक परिश्रम किया। प्रदेश अध्यक्ष, संगठन महामंत्री, उनके साथ टीम जुटी रही, और जैसा भूपेंद्र यादव जी ने, शिव प्रकाश जी ने, अश्विनी वैष्णव जी ने जो मार्गदर्शन किया, उससे चुनाव के अभियान को सही गति और दिशा मिली। और इसलिए मैंने पहले भी कहा था, हम बिल्कुल कंफर्टेबल मेजॉरिटी, शानदार मेजॉरिटी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आएगी।
Sorry. हमने जो मेहनत करनी थी, हमने वो मेहनत की है। चुन के दोबारा जनता ने हम पे इनायत की है।
हुनर है ये भी मामा का, रिश्ता निभाना आता है। लाडली बहनों राखी की तुमने हिफाजत की है। फूल बरसे हैं हजारों, है तजुर्बा हमें यारों।
निकली जो धुआं काम यूं हुआ, जीत पे फिदा फिर से कमल खिल जाए।
झूमे जो चौहान मेरी जान, किस्मत ही खुल जाए। कर दूं जो मैं काम मेरी जान, MP फिर मिल जाए।
क्या बात है मामा, फिर से कर दिखा कारनामा।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to be arriving at the BJP headquarters in Delhi any moment now. The saffron wave sweeping the Hindi heartland is the best possible election news the BJP could have hoped for. It has fought off anti-incumbency, converted it into a monstrous pro-incumbency in Madhya Pradesh. Bhupesh Baghel has been bundled out in Chhattisgarh and the Gehlot Gadi has been derailed in Jaipur. A triple victory under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi and the state leaders, all of whom will be converging shortly at the BJP office in the national capital. The Prime Minister will be also addressing the party cadre at the headquarters. Celebrations have also been erupting over the mega BJP win in these three states. Modi is set to join the BJP celebrations. He's already put out a tweet on his social media handles thanking the voters of Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. He's also thanked the women, youth and all other sections of the voters in these three states. Let's go straight across to Polomi, who's among the swelling crowds there at the BJP headquarters. The BJP couldn't have asked for better than this, could they, Polomi? Even in Telangana, where the BJP wasn't really in the reckoning, to notch up a performance of 9 seats after winning just one the last time. It's almost like there's no bad news for the BJP today.
Shiv, let's just get in a word from Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad. Sir, no bad news for the BJP in this election.
What do you mean by bad news?
I mean, it's all good news, that's what I'm saying.
It is all good news for the country, for the Indian democracy, for development. Thank you.
And who do you credit this victory to, sir? Because it's been stunning in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh.
I think we have spoken for the whole day. It is the leadership of the Prime Minister, that trust in his leadership for delivery. Thank you.
So trust in the Prime Minister's leadership for delivery is what Ravi Shankar Prasad, former Union Minister, has to say. Of course, the BJP couldn't have expected anything better than this. Obviously, as far as Telangana is concerned, the BJP did realize that as far as the participant in the political fray is concerned, they're just gaining a foothold over there, and they're hoping that, the kind of inroads that they've made in Telangana, they'll be able to, of course, capitalize on it in the Lok Sabha elections of 2024. But you can see over here the jubilant faces of the Karyakartaship who've gathered over here, the dole, the dancing, the singing, the music, the celebrations have all broken out. And as you can see, one by one, the senior-most leaders of the party have started arriving over here because we're expecting the Prime Minister to arrive over here shortly. We'll try and speak to some of these Karyakartas as well. I'll ask Mridul, my camera person, to come along with me. जश्न का माहौल है यहाँ पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऑफिस में. क्या इस तरह का आपने रिजल्ट एक्सपेक्ट किया था?
नहीं, सारे सिर्फ जो है एक आध दो चैनल बता रहे थे कि ये छत्तीसगढ़ में जो है बीजेपी नहीं आएगी. सारे चैनल ये बता रहे थे कांटे की टक्कर होगी, लेकिन छत्तीसगढ़ भी जीते और राजस्थान में भी कह रहे थे कि जो है कि बिल्कुल फाइट होगी, लेकिन वैसी नहीं रही. हमें पूरा विश्वास था कि हम 3 राज्यों में आएंगे और तेलंगाना में भी हम 1 से 10 आए हैं और मोदी जी भी 24 में आएंगे. इसीलिए कहता हूँ भगवा ही छाया है, भगवा ही छाएगा, 24 में पीएम तो मोदी ही आएगा. बोले के जय श्री राम, कमल का बटन दबाओ. अरे मोदी ही आए हैं, मोदी ही आएंगे, 24 में पीएम तो मोदी ही आएंगे. बोले के जय श्री राम, कमल का बटन दबाओ.
Ecstatic BJP Karyakartas over here as far as their win is concerned. They said obviously everyone predicted Kaante ki takkar in Chhattisgarh, they're crediting this victory to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister says the Karyakartas did not let their spirits be affected by anything that the poll pundits or the exit polls were saying. It shall be 400 par is what the BJP Karyakarta is now targeting for Lok Sabha 2024. Shiv.
You know, the BJP, I hope you can hear me, Polomi. I know that it's very loud around you, but the BJP couldn't have asked for a better kind of mood maker on the road to 2024. Apart from looking forward to what the Prime Minister is going to be speaking today, all the BJP Karyakartas, not just there in Delhi where you are, but also in the 3 states, are going to be also wondering about Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri. That's the next big question. The game is over, but Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri is still to be answered.
Absolutely, the BJP has its task cut out, be it in Madhya Pradesh, where they did not, of course, project a face as far as, the Chief Minister is concerned. But obviously, Shivraj Singh Chauhan's, his capital has only grown with this massive victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party that has defeated 18 years of incumbency. ये आप ये शेर लेके क्यों घूम रहे हैं?
देखिए, हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री शेर हैं, थोड़ी देर में आने वाले हैं, तो हमारे को गर्व है कि देश का प्रधानमंत्री शेर है, पूरे देश को गर्व है। और जो ये जीत है, ये जीत एक शेर के विकास की जीत है, ये डेवलपमेंट की जीत है, ये सभी योजनाओं की जीत है।
अब तो एक और घमासान मच जाएगा कि सीएम कौन बनेगा। राजस्थान का सीएम कौन, छत्तीसगढ़ का सीएम कौन, मध्य प्रदेश का। लोग कह रहे हैं शिवराज जी, पर ये प्रोजेक्ट तो नहीं किया था, कोई और भी आ सकता है।
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की खासियत है कि यहाँ फिक्स कुछ नहीं है, कोई परिवार नहीं है, कोई कुछ। जो संगठन निर्णय लेगा, जिसको जिम्मेवारी मिलेगी, वह भरपूर निभाएगा, जैसे योगी जी निभा रहे हैं।
Okay, so that's a great example over there. Yogi Adityanath Shiv was a surprise that the BJP pulled out of its hat when, of course, the time came to pick a chief minister for Uttar Pradesh in 2017 after that massive victory for the party.
Yes.
In the elections, a member of parliament from the Lok Sabha, Yogi Adityanath, was sent to Uttar Pradesh. He became the chief minister. So, Sangathan ka karyakarta banega CM is what the workers are saying over here, Shiv.
You know, a problem of plenty might seem like a nice problem to have, when you've got so many people to choose from. But with 2024 so close, the selection of a chief minister has to be a necessarily delicate process. And, the BJP is a past master in getting these things right. So we'll have to wait and watch. I can guarantee you that India's #1 political team, the most watched by miles today on Results Day, will break all of that to you first. You'll hear it first here on India Today, who the next chief minister of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh actually are. Polomi, I'll come right back to you. Continue to get us those very, very interesting voices right ahead of the Prime Minister's arrival there at the BJP office. The party has registered a landslide victory, most prominently in Madhya Pradesh, a state in which the party was in power. It's leading in over 160 seats, way ahead of the Congress, which is leading in just 66 seats. It's a total decimation. And just as the BJP registers victory, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan dedicated this win to Prime Minister Modi for his guarantees and hailed the people of MP. BJP workers obviously still erupting in joy moments after the BJP widened its lead against its arch rival, the Congress. The numbers are almost exactly what India Today's exit poll had predicted. And to continue to bring you the big voices, I'm handing you over once again to India Today's Rahul Kamal.
So I want to go across at this moment to Hyderabad. We're joined by a man for whom this is a very bittersweet moment. He is, in fact, the KTR-like face of the Congress. Spent a lot of time in the United States, came back to India, got into active electoral politics, first as an MP, this time as an MLA candidate. His party has registered a remarkable performance in Telangana, given how down and out the Congress was. 63 at the moment, up 44. But Madhu Yashki Gaud, the former Nizamabad MP, who was fighting this time in the seat of Lal Bahadur Nagar in Hyderabad, himself didn't do well. Devi Reddy, S. Reddy of the BRS was ahead. But it's a big victory, Madhu. You fought hard, your party is done well, but it's a bittersweet moment. But you're also put up in an area, in a region where the Congress typically wasn't expected to do well.
Yes, Rahul, thanks for your kind words, Rahul. And yes, I did put up a strong fight. This was a strategy led by me, Mr. Revant Reddy and other participants. Yeah. We GHMC area, we are down to zero. We have lost GHMC. We have not a single MLA in this area. But majority of the people from the neighboring districts live in this area. Elbinagar, Kudgulapur, Kukutpalli, all these areas. Rajendra Nagar. To fight, strong fight here, it will have a multiple effect on the districts. Because people, when they see that there's no fight in Hyderabad, that may give a wrong impression of the people in districts that we are not winning the race. So I took this risk. Party I command did ask me not to take this risk. There's no chance of winning this seat. I said, even then I took, because all these leaders, except myself, Hazaruddin, Anjan Kumar Yadav, twice at MPs, we took this risk and contesting. And I think that's shown the good results in the districts. But yes, it's sad that I lost election, but I'm happy that Congress came back to power in this state.
Let me show our viewers what Madhu is talking about. If I look at the region-wise breakup of Telangana, and I'll pick the Hyderabad region, this is where the Congress has been very weak. At this moment of the 21 leads, the BRS picked up 17, AIMIM had 6. You've got the Congress not doing well in Hyderabad. The BJP had 1, but the Congress did do well, interestingly, in the north. This is where the BJP, Madhu, thought they'd do better. They thought it's BJP versus BRS in the north. The Congress up 12 seats from the 9 last time at 17 in northern Telangana. The BRS at 9, down 18. You've done remarkably well in the north. And if I come to the south, in the south, the Congress at 26, up 20 from the last time. The BRS at 8, down 20 from the last time. And in the last central region of Telangana, the Congress at 20, the BRS at 10, down 11 seats from the last time. So apart from Hyderabad, where the Congress was always weak, you've done well, including in the north, which is quite a remarkable performance.
Indeed, and I think the people of TRS failed Telangana. Even in your India Today conclave, this is what I've been saying. The not only corruption, but the arrogancy of KCR family, which people couldn't take it, and all the false promises which they never fulfilled. And I should really congratulate India Today. You are bang on. I think you said 60% South, North, and the Central region pretty much came through, actually.
But what do you make of the Congress's performance elsewhere? In Telangana, you won because you were up against the BRS, a regional force, where you were up against the big boys, the BJP. You've been vanquished in each of those fights.
Indeed, it's sad to see it, especially Chhattisgarh. They were surely expecting to back to power, and Madhya Pradesh. And we started very well a year ago, launching new programs and promises. But Shivraj Singh Chauhan, I think he started implementing it. One of our reviews, I was in Delhi and though I connected with Madhya Pradesh, but our ideologue who's overseeing the campaign, he said we are getting tight now because whatever we announced, and Shivraj Singh Chauhan started implementing those. So that's where I think we lost in Madhya Pradesh. So it is definitely to see that we lost the power. But Rajasthan, we knew that it was tough, and every 5 years there's a government changes. But we are hopeful. If you recollect 2003, all this was won by BJP. Chhattisgarh, Delhi, except I think Madhya Pradesh, in December 2003. But 2004, 6 months later, I think Congress came back to power. So yes, we did.
No, but the problem also, with the Congress in the post-2014 era has been that no chief minister has ever got re-elected. So you win against likely a regional power or even sometimes against the BJP, but the government doesn't get the kind of mandate after 5 years of being in power that the BJP seems to get. 4 terms of the BJP in Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan wins again. Bhupesh Baghel, who's supposed to be a popular Congress chief minister, fights once and then he's down 34 seats in the next election, not able to convince people to vote you back to power.
I think we lack, we need to build the organization ground. That's what I see in my own election here, and even in the state and the states where we lost. I was in the Karnataka. I see the Congress party structure. Karnataka is very strong. That's where we could able to bounce back in Karnataka. But in other states, I think we need to follow what Karnataka Congress Party as an organization, what we have done there. So we are stronger in districts, villages at the state level, and every frontal department is very strong in Karnataka. I was in charge 4 years there, and that kind of structure lacking in most of the states. And wherever we are in power, as you rightly said it, not coming back. I think we need to really have to work it on and do our homework and see where we are losing and how BJP is winning. And one immediate answer to the parties at both levels.
Okay, thank you very much, Madhu, for joining us. We wish you all the best. He fought a tough battle. I want to go across now to one of the most important BJP leaders, a man who was sent into a very tough state of Chhattisgarh. Omji Mathur now joins us. ओम माथुर साहब, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। मुझे मालूम है कि आप बहुत कम लाइव कहीं पर भी बैठते हैं, तो बड़ी मुश्किल से आपको हम लोगों ने रिक्वेस्ट किया, क्योंकि इतनी बड़ी जीत हुई। मैं अपने दर्शकों को यह भी बताना चाहता हूं कि नहीं, जिद कहां सर, ये तो हम शुक्रगुजार हैं कि आप आए। मैं दर्शकों को बताऊं कि ओमजी माथुर राजस्थान से आते हैं। उनको भेजा गया छत्तीसगढ़ ऐसे टाइम पर जब बीजेपी के खुद के इंटरनल सर्वे ये कह रहे थे कि बीजेपी हार रही है। वहां से बीजेपी किस तरीके से आपने वापसी की, कैसे आपने चुनाव को गढ़ा, उसके बारे में ओमजी माथुर हमारे दर्शकों को बताएं। स्वागत और मुबारकबाद आपका।
धन्यवाद राहुल। मैं आते ही यहाँ के पार्टी के संगठन और आदरणीय मोदी जी की गरीब कल्याण योजनाओं को लेकर के पार्टी को सक्रिय किया, और मैं धन्यवाद दूंगा यहाँ राज्य छत्तीसगढ़ की यूनिट को कि जो भी काम उनको दिया बूथ से लगाकर प्रदेश स्तर तक के कार्यकर्ता ने वो काम किया। चाहे वो मोर आवास वाला विषय हो, ऐतिहासिक रैली मोर आवास की और इसको एक्सपोज किया कि केंद्र की 3 किस्तें आने के बाद भी स्टेट सरकार ने अपना हिस्सा नहीं देने से 8 लाख परिवार ऐसे रहे जो मकान से वंचित रहे। इसी तरह आपने शराब का घोटाला हमने उजागर किया, इसी तरह हमने गोधन में जो इन्होंने भ्रष्टाचार किया वो उजागर किया, और इसके साथ साथ बूथ स्तर तक हमने मजबूत की पार्टी को, और टोटल नए चेहरे ढूंढ करके क्षेत्र वाइज भौगोलिक और सोशल इक्वेशन दोनों को ध्यान में रख करके, और उसी का परिणाम है कि आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की गरीब कल्याण योजनाएं नीचे तक हमने जिस प्रकार से पहुंचाई है, उसी परिणाम से आज ये ऐतिहासिक निर्णय हमारे पक्ष में आया है।
एक चीज सच सच बताइएगा ओम जी, क्योंकि आज सुबह बीजेपी के कुछ बहुत वरिष्ठ नेताओं से बातचीत हो रही थी मेरी, काउंटिंग शुरू होने के 1-1.5 घंटे बाद भी वो कह रहे थे कि हो सकता है छत्तीसगढ़ निकाल लेंगे एंड में, लेकिन थोड़ा टाइट होगा, लेकिन चिंता न करो, एंड में हम ही जीतेंगे। लेकिन 56-34 इतनी बड़ी जीत की उम्मीद तो बीजेपी को क्या अंदर वाकई में थी? अब तो आप कहेंगे थी, लेकिन सुबह तो आपको टेंशन होगी कि इतनी बड़ी शायद जीत ना हो हमारी।
मुझे राहुल कोई टेंशन नहीं थी। मैं साल भर पहले आया जब कहा था आपके इन पत्रकार से कि मैं ऐतिहासिक बहुमत से बीजेपी की सरकार यहाँ बनेगी, आप विश्वास करिए। कोई विश्वास नहीं कर रहा था, और आपने जैसे कहा हमारे लोग भी टेंशन में थे, लेकिन मैं कतई टेंशन में नहीं था। मैं जाते समय भी पोलिंग के बाद भी मैंने ये कह के गया हूँ, आप इंतजार करिए, मैं तुम्हारा रिजल्ट के दिन आपके बीच में आऊँगा और ऐतिहासिक विजय के साथ हम यहाँ सरकार बनाने जा रहे हैं, और आप अचंबा करोगे इतनी सीटें हम लाने वाले हैं। और आज आपको पता होगा लगभग 1-2 को छोड़ दूं तो सारे इनके बड़े हाथी मंत्री हारे हमारे साधारण कार्यकर्ताओं से, और 90 में 55 मैंने नए प्रयोग किए, 55 नए मैंने उम्मीदवार दिए। उसका परिणाम और मोदी जी का जो विश्वास नीचे तक उतरा है, वो गरीब कल्याण योजना जो नीचे तक हमने लाभार्थियों के सम्मेलन किए, हमने नीचे तक जो गड़बड़ हुई उसको उजागर किया, यहाँ के लोकल विधायकों का भ्रष्टाचार उजागर किया। समाज जीवन का कोई वर्ग ऐसा नहीं था जो भूपेश सरकार से प्रसन्न हो, वो हम धरती पर हमने उबार कर लाए, उसी का परिणाम है। और इसलिए मैं तो पहले दिन से कॉन्फिडेंस था, और जब मैंने पहले दिन यहाँ लैंड किया तब कहा था कि मैं चुनाव को पूरा एग्रेसिव चुनाव लड़ूंगा, मैं डिफेंस में चुनाव नहीं लड़ूंगा। और राहुल आप तो जानते हो, मैं लगभग 6-7 प्रांतों में आपने बराबर मेरे से मिलते रहे हो, इसी तरह का चुनाव लड़ने का परिणाम आज यहाँ हुआ है।
के लिए बड़ी जीत है, क्योंकि राजस्थान में तो आपके राज्य में रोटी पलटने का रिवाज रहा है। छत्तीसगढ़ में मैं आपको दर्शकों को एक बार वोट शेयर दिखाना चाहता हूं। छत्तीसगढ़ में भाजपा का जो वोट शेयर आया है, आप ये ख्याल में रखिए कितना वोट शेयर पिछली दफा गिर गया था, वहां से इस तरह की वोट शेयर में वापसी, ये वाकई में एक बहुत बड़ी जीत है, क्योंकि पिछली बार 10% का गैप था, बीजेपी 33 पे थी, इस दफा बीजेपी 46 पे है। 13% का इंक्रीज, एक लार्जली बाइपोलर कॉन्टेस्ट में 13% का इंक्रीज, ये तो एक तरीके से चुनावी जादू है।
जी जी, धन्यवाद आपका, धन्यवाद बहुत, और कार्यकर्ताओं की मेहनत नीचे तक।
चीज और बताइए ओम जी, आपने इस चुनाव में डॉक्टर रमन सिंह को प्रोजेक्ट नहीं किया, आपके ओपी चौधरी हो, अरुण साहू हो, इस तरह के नए चेहरे थे, मुख्यमंत्री आप किसको बनाने वाले हैं?
ये आप तो जानते हो, ये काम मेरा नहीं है, सेंट्रल पार्लियामेंट बोर्ड का काम है। अभी तो विधायक दल की मीटिंग होगी, सेंट्रल ऑब्जर्वर आएंगे, वो निर्णय करेंगे, फिर दिल्ली निर्णय करेंगे। ये तय है कि हमने ऐतिहासिक विजय प्राप्त की है। मैं आपके चैनल के माध्यम से छत्तीसगढ़ की पूरी जनता को बहुत शुभकामनाएं, उनका आशीर्वाद हमें मिला, इसलिए धन्यवाद देता हूँ, और मेरे कार्यकर्ताओं को भी सबको धन्यवाद देता हूँ, जिन्होंने पूरे साल भर अथक मेहनत से, यानी आप कल्पना करोगे कि सवेरे 9 बजे यहाँ मीटिंग शुरू करे थे, रात को 12-1 बजे तक लगातार मीटिंगें करके हर बूथ तक कैसे सक्रियता हो, वो इन सब कार्यकर्ताओं ने किया। उनको आपके चैनल के माध्यम से सबको धन्यवाद, और जनता का आशीर्वाद हमें मिला, आदरणीय मोदी जी का आशीर्वाद मिला, ये हमारे लिए बहुत बहुत कल्याणकारी रहा।
ओम जी माथुर, आप जुड़े हमारे साथ, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। Thank you very much for joining us. Very rare live public appearance of the Sangathan Mantri. And remember, Shiv, JP Nadda took charge of Rajasthan. Amit Shah took personal charge of Madhya Pradesh, and it was Om Mathur in Chhattisgarh. They really put their big guns out, not holding back, giving it their all, staking their equity. That's JP Nadda, who had his birthday just yesterday. He had a birthday, and what a way to celebrate. He's got all the BJP party workers wishing him happy birthday and congratulating him on this big victory, Shiv.
The BJP can never be faulted, for not doing enough in every election. Every election looks like something where the big guns need to be deployed, and they really did that. Here's, the man whose birthday it was just a couple of days ago. Let's listen into what's happening at the BJP office right ahead of the Prime Minister's arrival.
Bharat Mata Ki!
Arriving there at the BJP office, the Prime Minister will be arriving just minutes from now. India Today's Poulomi Saha is on the ground. We'll be going across live to her in just a moment. The Prime Minister will also be making a customary speech to the Karyakartas in just a short while from now. We've spoken to all of the big faces in the 3 big states where the BJP has won decisively. Remember, decisions on who will be the Chief Minister are yet to be taken. Those will happen over the next few hours and days. But right now, all eyes on the BJP headquarters. We're slipping into a very short break. When you come back, the Prime Minister will be walking right in. Stay with India Today.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
जब आज तक इंडिया टुडे एक्सिस में इंडिया पोल ने कहा 140 से 162 सीट्स आएंगी, काफियों ने कहा ये कैसे इतना बड़ा मार्जिन हो सकता है, और आज वही सटीक हुआ।
नहीं, मुझे भरोसा था। एक तो आपका जो अनुमान है वो सटीक बैठा है, लेकिन जनता का जो प्यार सड़कों पर दिखता था, लाडली बहनें मैं जहां जाता था गले लगती थी, सिर पे हाथ फेरती थी, आंखों में आंसू आ जाते थे और कहती थी अपन जीतेंगे, उससे लगता था कि परिणाम आएंगे।
आप मानते हैं कि औरतें, लड़कियां, इनका वोट सबसे मायने रखा, ये कांग्रेस नहीं खींच पाई अपनी तरफ?
आप विश्लेषण करेंगे तो यही सामने आएगा कि बहनों ने जाति और धर्म से ऊपर उठ के भी हमें वोट किया।
आखिरी सवाल सर, हमने जब सपोर्टर्स से और लोगों से पूछा कि मुख्यमंत्री यही रहेंगे या बदलेंगे, तो सबने एक साथ आपका ही नाम लिया। वो रेडी नहीं है नाम बदलने के लिए?
देखिए, हम लोग कार्यकर्ता हैं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक मिशन है भारत के निर्माण का, वैभवशाली, गौरवशाली, शक्तिशाली, संपन्न और समृद्ध भारत के निर्माण का। हम उस मिशन के अंग है। पार्टी तय करती कौन कहाँ काम करे।
Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia joining me, and this is a team effort from Prime Minister Modi to Jyotiraditya Scindia ensuring that
the credit of this victory goes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who has led from the front. our Home Minister Amit Shah ji, our party President JP Nadda ji, who has directed us, asked us to rise to the occasion. It goes to our Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, whose schemes have resulted in this victory, our party President BD Sharma ji, but most of all, it goes to every BJP party worker on the ground in Madhya Pradesh. Through your channel, I would like to thank every voter in Madhya Pradesh who has blessed us for the 5th time. And I bow down to them. I bow down to the Mati of Madhya Pradesh. And I thank every individual worker from the bottom of my heart. And I promise them that our party will work untirelessly for their development and their progress and to take Madhya Pradesh to new heights.
You don't want to take credit for snatching the Congress seats now into complete...
The credit for this victory goes completely to every worker of the BJP. Every single worker of the BJP who has worked tirelessly.
What about those who said anti-incumbency, BJP don't want Shivraj Singh Chauhan, some other place?
सबको जवाब मिल गया. कल तो मैं आपको बताऊं, कांग्रेस पार्टी तो पूरे दुकान के लड्डू खरीद रहे थे, बधाई के पोस्टर्स लग गए थे, हम चुपचाप अपना काम कर रहे थे.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
प्रदेश में बहुत शानदार जीत है भारतीय जनता पार्टी की, जो मध्य प्रदेश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने काम किया है. डबल इंजन की सरकार के प्रति जो जन जन का विश्वास है, मोदी जी के नेतृत्व के प्रति जो जन जन का विश्वास है, और जिस तरह से शिवराज जी की परफॉर्मेंस रही, काम हुआ है, उसके आज परिणाम सबके सामने है. संगठन ने जो काम किया उसके परिणाम सबके सामने है. बहुत अच्छी जीत है. मध्य प्रदेश की जनता को सबको बधाई.
हमारे प्रधानमंत्री श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी एमपी के मन में हैं और मोदी जी के मन में भी एमपी है. अमित शाह जी की अचूक रणनीति, उनका जिस ढंग से यहाँ साथ मिला, और हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्रीमान जेपी नड्डा जी का मार्गदर्शन, हमारे संगठन के नेतृत्व में कार्यकर्ताओं ने अनथक परिश्रम किया. प्रदेश अध्यक्ष, संगठन महामंत्री, उनके साथ टीम जुटी रही. और जैसा भूपेंद्र यादव जी ने, शिव प्रकाश जी ने, अश्विनी वैष्णव जी ने जो मार्गदर्शन किया, उससे चुनाव के अभियान को सही गति और दिशा मिली. और इसलिए मैंने पहले भी कहा था, हम बिल्कुल कंफर्टेबल मेजॉरिटी, शानदार मेजॉरिटी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आएगी.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 26 and minimum 13 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 30 and minimum 25 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 31 and minimum 19 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 23 and minimum 20 degrees. Chennai, maximum 26 and minimum 24 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 30 and minimum 20 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
साथ में इस समय दिया कुमारी है। मैम, जिस प्रकार का रिस्पांस और जिस प्रकार का जन समर्थन मिला आपको, क्या लगता है आपको?
नो, ये देखिए ऐसा
आप मना कर रहे हैं लोगों को कि आपको सीएम ना कहें, पर लोग आप लोगों को मना कर रही हैं कि आपको सीएम ना कहें, पर आपकी बात मान नहीं रहे, आपको सीएम।
जनता में उत्साह देखिए, आप सभी को बोल रहे होंगे, लेकिन ऐसा है अभी हम लोग बहुत अच्छे मतों से, मैं तो जीत ही रही हूँ, हमारे सारे प्रत्याशी जीत रहे हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार भारी बहुमत से राजस्थान में बनती हुई नजर आ रही है, मध्य प्रदेश में भी और छत्तीसगढ़ में भी। बहुत अच्छी
दिया कुमारी जी, जिस तरह से पार्टी ने आपको विद्याधर नगर से चुनाव लड़ने की जिम्मेदारी दी और जिस तरह से आपको जन समर्थन मिला है, अगर पार्टी आपको कहती है कि आपका अगला पड़ाव मुख्यमंत्री के पद के तौर पर जिम्मेदारी निभाने का होगा, क्या आप उसको एक्सेप्ट करेंगी?
ये कोई ऐसी चीज थोड़ी है कि आप एक्सेप्ट करो या नहीं करो। देखिए, ये सब डिसीजंस पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड और टॉप लीडरशिप करेगी और
जिम्मेदारी के लिए आप तैयार हैं?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सीएम बनेगा, सबसे बड़ी बात तो वही है। और हम लोग सब बहुत खुश हैं कि हमारी सरकार बन रही है और ये भ्रष्टाचारी सरकार फाइनली आउट है राजस्थान से और हमेशा के लिए आउट है।
दिया जी, यहाँ पे कई कद्दावर नेता माने जाते हैं।
Co-presented by आपका जॉय भारत का जॉय, जॉय ई-बाइक। Co-presented by Nexa, create inspire. Co-powered by पारुल यूनिवर्सिटी वडोदरा गुजरात। Co-powered by ArcelorMittal निप्पॉन स्टील इंडिया, बनाऊंगा मैं, बनेगा भारत।
Good evening, viewers. What a super Sunday. It's been the Bharatiya Janata Party sweeping the Hindi heartland, winning in 3 states, emphatically at that. The Congress wins Telangana. We're going to get you all of that. Lots of action taking place at the BJP headquarters. We're going to cut across there. The Prime Minister expected any time now. Modi was on the ticket in these 3 elections, viewers. A lot of celebration going on, cutting across to the BJP headquarters soon. But first up, let me take you. All right, these are visuals coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters. Amit Shah has reached, he's been the Sutradhar in 2, at least, of the 3 states that the BJP has won emphatically. The Prime Minister be reaching any time now. JP Nadda, who had a great birthday yesterday, also in attendance. You can see all the other BJP leaders coming in anytime the Prime Minister is expected. This is classic playbook BJP. You see these visuals many a times over. Every time the BJP registers a win, there is a celebration or a festival of sorts where the BJP headquarters is concerned. I want to cut across immediately. My colleague Poulomi Saha joining us from the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters. Poulomi, you know, we've seen these scenes before. Once again, going down on the many victories. Poulomi, can you hear me? On the many victories that we have seen at the BJP headquarters, JP Nadda, a lot of people, wishing him on his birthday. He's had a good year, and the BJP's had a great day in the office. Polumi, take us through the latest. When is the Prime Minister expected?
Preeti, the top leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party have already started arriving here at the BJP party headquarters. We are standing outside the extension building of the BJP headquarters. This is, of course, the new extension of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and this new building, is going to see its first mega celebration because party karyakartas over here have gathered in the thousands to, of course, congratulate party chief JP Nadda and Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the stunning victory of the Bharatiya Janata Party across the three Hindi heartland states. We're expecting that the Prime Minister should be arriving by about 7 o'clock this evening, when in fact, that celebration begins. He addresses all of these karyakartas, and you can see all the chants of Modi, Modi that are going out over here. BJP party chief JP Nadda is already at the headquarters. He just arrived here about 15 minutes ago. Piyush Goyal, other top leaders, Meenakshi Lekhi, Ravi Shankar Prasad, they've all been going in, streaming in, of course, in anticipation for the Prime Minister's arrival. But the sense of enthusiasm and the sense of jubilation, the sense of excitement and even of surprise in some measure, as far as these results are concerned, you can see it over here, you can feel it, you know it when you talk to the karyakartas as well. Completely surprised with those results, of course, saying, we thought, we knew it, we saw it coming, but then many, of course, saying, this has been one of those pleasant surprises that we're not going to forget for a very, very long time, especially because it comes just a few months ahead of the Lok Sabha elections of 2024. Preeti?
Hang on, Polumi. Madhya Pradesh emphatic right now. BJP 165. It's going to fold at 165, and that's a huge, huge victory. Chhattisgarh, the Bharatiya Janata Party registering an emphatic win and winning Rajasthan as well. And the Prime Minister was on the ticket on all three elections. And this is the time, viewers, where the spotlight will shift from the states, from a Shivraj Singh Chauhan to the national capital and on the Prime Minister, because it's his moment. Rajdeep, to bring you in as well, as Polumi continues to get us the very latest from there. This is classic playbook BJP. We've seen these images before, and now, all the celebrations across the states of Chhattisgarh, where leaders are concerned, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, will quieten down, and the spotlight will be on no one else but the Prime Minister, and well-deservedly, he was on the ticket.
Look, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, let me say this emphatically, is a bit of a political phenomenon, especially in North India. I don't think one has seen a leader, and you can go back to the Nehruvian Indira Gandhi era. Certainly, they had the ability to pull up their party even in states where they were weak. Indira Gandhi certainly did that repeatedly. Mr. Modi is the next leader since Indira who's able to lift the party, especially in the Hindi heartland. There's little doubt, for example, in Rajasthan, the election became about Gehlot versus Modi. True. In the sense, it was Mr. Modi's face which was there over all the BJP propaganda material, as to a large extent it was in Madhya Pradesh. So, Mr. Modi is an extremely popular leader, particularly in the Hindi heartland, and therefore deserves a large share of the credit, undoubtedly. And because it comes 5 months before the general elections, there will be a sense, Preeti, that this has given the BJP the momentum at the right time to enable Mr. Modi to do what no other Prime Minister since Jawaharlal Nehru has done, win 3 consecutive Lok Sabha elections. So all of that makes the BJP's celebrations, I think, today all the more important for the party. By the way, we are just joined by Karti Chidambaram, because Karti Chidambaram of the Congress has been tweeting saying there's a difference between North and South. The fact, Mr. Chidambaram, is you're holding on to the consolation of Telangana on a day when the BJP scored a hat-trick of victories. So, and if this continues in the 2024 general elections, then it's game, set and match to the BJP once again.
So what tweet of mine are you referring to?
I was told that you're effectively saying there's a north-south divide. It's south. There is your tweet playing out.
I've never said anything like that. Where have what does my tweet say?
You said the south.
Yeah, that is my first word in Wordle. The south, that was the first word I used in Wordle today.
So are you, but do you accept that there is...
Why are you reading so much into what Why are you
All right, okay,
reading
Mr. Chidambaram,
much
tell
more
us
than what is
something.
written in my tweet?
Okay, Mr. Chidambaram, tell us something. Okay, forget
Yes.
about reading into your tweets. How do you read into a three-state washout where the Hindi heartland is concerned for the Congress, sir?
I think the import of the victory in Telangana, unfortunately, is getting dampened by what's happened in the Hindi heartland. If the Telangana result had been a standalone election, it would have been as stellar as the Karnataka results. But unfortunately, today, it's been drowned because of the three other results which have come from the Hindi heartland. I understand that the politics of each state is different. The reasons why the BJP has won in each of the states could be completely different. I really have no first-hand knowledge of the ground realities. I only rely on feedback from my party colleagues from the three states. In Rajasthan, we were the incumbent government, and the rule of thumb there is every 5 years there is a flip. So this has not been a big surprise that this has also happened now. And in Chhattisgarh, we were very, very hopeful. We had a very popular chief minister, and we were very hopeful to coming back to office. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and as many of my party colleagues were all surprised by the results in Chhattisgarh. In Madhya Pradesh, while a section of the party was very confident, but there seems to have been other sections which were not so confident of what's going to happen in Madhya Pradesh, and it's been a resounding victory for the BJP. So each state would have a different reason why the result happened. I'm not suggesting that there can't be a common theme between the three states, but there could also be very differing reasons why the results in the three states were. But as I said, all this is drowning the stellar performance of the Congress, which was written off just even a few months ago, saying that we were a no-hoper in Telangana. We have had a tremendous victory there and a resurgent victory there, and that unfortunately that bright sparkle and bloom is not being acknowledged enough.
But Mr. Karti Chidambaram, here's a data point. Since 2011, since Tarun Gogoi got re-elected in Assam, you have never won a major, you've not got re-elected in a major state. The BJP's got re-elected in Madhya Pradesh, it's got re-elected in UP, it's got re-elected in Uttarakhand, it's got re-elected in Haryana. There is clearly a distinction between the BJP's ability to capitalize on pro-incumbency and the Congress's failure. Will the Congress introspect? Will there be some accountability? Or is it business as usual, saying we won Telangana, all is well?
No. Just because I acknowledge the victory of Telangana and I find a sparkle in today's news, it does not mean we won't introspect. It does not mean we won't analyze the data. It does not mean that we won't do course correction. It does not mean that we will sharpen our communication. It does not mean any of that. The data is just coming in. I don't think we have
but Mr.
the full data is available at the moment.
But sir, is there at least acceptance with one fact, that the Congress has completely come to zero grips when it comes down to the Hindi heartland? South, you say it's a sparkle, where Telangana, yes, well-deserved win. But when it comes, is there acceptance finally that you're losing the narrative where the Hindi heartland is concerned, or you're clueless when it comes to it?
See, I'm not a native Hindi speaker, so my understanding of Hindi heartland politics is rather limited. And I don't have first-hand knowledge or experience in dealing with Hindi heartland politics. Obviously, there is the BJP is stealing a march over us in the Hindi heartland politics, and the people who are actually handling the affairs of the party in those areas are the ones who must really introspect and make course correction, and which we will. We are a mature political party. We will adapt. We will introspect. We will analyze, and we will react. I mean, it's not as if we are an unthinking bunch of people. We are a thinking bunch of people. We understand what's happening and we accept it. I mean, sometimes, I am a sportsman. Sometimes the odds are against you and you go through a streak in which you're not winning. But you innovate, you find ways, you grit it out and you stand there. You don't concede and walk away. I understand the odds we are fighting against.
So in conclusion, will you accept that 2024 appears more and more a done deal? That it is advantage BJP? Will you concede that? Advantage BJP, if not a done deal?
You see, the 2018 election results, the assembly election results, did not reflect in the 2019 parliamentary polls. So I was not going to read the 2023 assembly results as some sort of a reflection of the 2024 elections. But I understand what we are facing in the Hindi heartland. We all acknowledge what's happening in the Hindi heartland. We are aware of our performance in the last 2 parliamentary elections there, and we are also aware of what has happened today. We will take everything into account, and we will do everything possible to correct course and to communicate better and to stick to and to come up with a narrative which will capture the imagination of the people in the Hindi heartland.
Okay, let's leave
Mr.
it there.
Kidwai wants to ask a question.
Yes, go ahead, Rashid.
Today, Rahul Gandhi has said that his fight for a Congress ideology will continue. What is this Congress ideology? Because in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh and all, there was a pronounced, focus on positive Hindutva or something like that, a soft Hindutva.
No. Our ideology is apart from the secular plank, is also egalitarian growth. It is not about just growth for in a statistical level, which is only skewed at the top. It's egalitarian growth, carrying every section of society. So every section of society is equally benefited from the growth of the economy and the prosperity of India. It's an egalitarian society, an equal society, and a just society, where the rule of law will apply to everybody equally. And there will be no fear of favor in applying the law, and it will be a secular. When I say secular, a government which will not favor anyone or discriminate against anyone else because of their faith, gender, or any other orientation.
All right, Mr. Chidambaram, we're going to let it be. Congratulations on Telangana. You said you will introspect when it comes down to the Hindi heartland, but maybe it'll go beyond that on what has been lip service of the last time for a robust opposition. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Chidambaram. With that, let's put the focus right now back to the BJP headquarters in the national capital, all decked up. These are scenes we've seen so many times before. The celebrations in the states have ebbed a little. The spotlight's now bright where the BJP headquarters is concerned. The Prime Minister, who's practically the showstopper, Rajdeep, of this election, will be coming in any time now. Amit Shah, who many would say, we've referred to the Amit Shah school of politics many a times over, and credit needs to be given to him as well. He was there in Madhya Pradesh, and a lot of politicking, getting things together, the back room of it all was managed by him, and it shows right now where the numbers stack up.
What is remarkable about Amit Shah is his ability to bounce back. In June this year, in May this year, he lost Karnataka. He invested a lot of his political capital there as well. Loses that election. 6 months later, bounces back. And particularly Madhya Pradesh, where he invested a lot of his time micromanaging, putting in senior leaders in crucial districts in charge, sending union ministers, making them contest MLAs elections, getting these daily tracker polls done, looking for which are the communities, regions that need to be targeted. Similarly in Chhattisgarh, recognizing that there is a large vote for others, seeing how can the BJP work some kind of deals in a way with parties like the BSP, with JCC, the Jharkhand Congress, Chhattisgarh Congress, creating therefore the kind of strategic depth that the Congress lacks. You see, what Amit Shah is bringing to the table at the moment in the BJP is this ability to relentlessly focus on the last mile connectivity, the booths, the mandals. That's where elections are being won and lost by the BJP. And that's why Amit Shah, I think, deserves a lot of the credit. Now, you could argue without Mr. Modi's face, maybe some of those strategies would not work. That's possible. And we've seen that in other elections, that where Mr. Modi hasn't been able to sort of pull up the BJP, even the strategy hasn't worked. But he's, Amit Shah is relentless. On the very day that voting was going on in Telangana, he was off to Bengal to address a major rally saying, 2026, we are going to come to Bengal and win Bengal. So you've got a leader who just doesn't stop. The Modi-Shah double engine, whether one likes, whichever way one sees it, seems to work every now and then.
Well, Rajdeep, we have with us Mr. Manikam Tagore from the Congress. He's two of the three people to be credited with the Congress victory in Telangana by Mr. Revanth Reddy himself. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Tagore. And first up, congratulations on a spectacular win in Telangana. We're going to ask you questions on what went wrong in the Hindi heartland. But first, congratulations there. You've always been a proponent of Mr. Revanth Reddy as the Chief Minister of Telangana. He's credited you as one of for the win of Telangana as well.
No, I like to correct that. I had left Telangana 1 year before. Now I am in the state of Mr. Rajdeep Sardesai state, which is Goa. And I I was one of those people in charges when Revanth Reddy was appointed as the Congress president. And now Mr. Manikrao Thackeray, senior leader from Maharashtra, is there to look after, and they have delivered Telangana. And I hope that Congress party will have the usual our democratic processes, and then Congress leadership will decide about the chief minister of Telangana.
In your view, is Revanth Reddy the front runner? Would it be fair to say he's at least the front runner?
I think that any Congress worker, any MLA from the Congress party is whomever is, there are capable people, and Congress leadership will take a right decision, and all will accept it. That's my view.
No, that's a very diplomatic answer. You know Revanth Reddy well. You can smile and answer the question. Would you accept that he's the man who's going to lead your party in Hyderabad or not? Is he, would you agree that he's the chosen one? He's the most likely.
He is the Congress president who has, Pradesh Congress president, who has fought this election very seriously with all other leaders. CLP leader Bhakti Vikramaditya is also there. And Uttam Reddy ji, the former PCC president, is also there. Among them, there will be a choice which will be decided as the Congress president, Congress president, and the Congress High Command will decide about the chief minister, which is I am not involved in it. I feel that a right decision.
But Mr. Tagore, you've been a part in Telangana. Yes, you've moved right now, but you've scripted at least the comeback of the Congress part where Telangana is concerned. Now, what led to that momentum that you won with the way you have won today?
Yeah, it's a very satisfying day today when we hear this thing that we were little upset with the Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan results, but Telangana gave us the hope, because Telangana, when the state was formed in 2013, when I was also an MP in that time, when we voted, there were a lot of hangamas in the House in Lok Sabha, but we could not win that state in 14, and 18 also we lost. For that, from 2020, when I was given the charge, we started to work for a plan for a longer path, because it is not one day affair. It is not 1 year effort of parties which can defeat any party organized. It's a consistency which is needed, and we had a state leader like Revanth Reddy who was able to work hard and build a momentum, and Bharat Jodo Yatra, which...
Mr. Tagore, we'll ask you just one quick question before we let you go, and that comes from the fact, is there now at least acceptance where the Congress comes into question that you've completely lost grips of what the voters, what the people want, where the Hindi heartland is concerned? Your language is just not tracking.
No, that is a little harsh, because Chhattisgarh, we have not been rooted. We need to understand that Chhattisgarh, still we are having 10 short of the majority mark. 10 short of the majority mark, and 15 short in
Mr. Tagore, a loss is a loss. You were expected to win Chhattisgarh.
But we are having 40% of vote share. We need to understand we made mistakes. I can't say anything that if we don't make a mistake, we will lose. But we can't say anything that we have been thrown out of. We had a very bad loss. It is not like that. It is we lost it, but we need to accept it that we had lost it. But I will not accept that thing that it's a huge loss, because 40% vote share we still hold in these 3 states particularly. And we will be, there is a comeback, Congress will come back, and Congress had come back in the past also. And if we work and the young leadership is promoted, I sincerely hope that we can come back in the states.
I like that last line, that we hope that the young leadership is promoted. Maybe you're finally telling us something. You accept that it's time for maybe the Sachin pilots to step forward. Maybe it's time to find a new leadership in Madhya Pradesh as well. At least you accept that.
Young leadership is
Congress
party is a party which gives a lot of youngsters that opportunity. Sachin Pilot has been made as the PCC president, and he has delivered. He has delivered that state in 2018, and every state DK Shivkumar was given that opportunity. He has delivered in Karnataka. There are leaders. Congress party grows, but there are these kind of decisions. Congress leadership has to take it, and it usually takes that thing. And I'm convinced that in Madhya Pradesh also will be taken.
Let's leave it there. Let's raise this, Preeti, because, I think there is some interest there is some interest in knowing whether the pilot factor could have had an impact in Rajasthan.
You know,
Rashid, what's your sense? Both of you, Rashid, Preeti, what's your sense? Could Sachin Pilot have made a difference, Rashid?
I think, yeah, a material difference if it was a decision was taken a year ago, like September 2022, when the so-called that CLP meeting could not take place. I think if that was the time, if Sachin was given reins of power, then the outcome would have been different.
Chief Minister, you mean?
Precisely. Things would have been very, very different, drastically different.
Mr. Gehlot says the MLAs were not accepting Sachin Pilot.
No, on the first place, Rajdeep, if you look at it in 2018, the MLAs were not for Ashok Gehlot. It was, I think Rahul Gandhi fundamentally made a mistake that day itself on 14th of December 2018 when he failed to appoint Jyotiraditya Scindia and Sachin Pilot as the Chief Ministers of Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan respectively.
Why did he choose Gehlot? Is it because there was pressure from the so-called old guard, the likes of Ahmed Patel?
You know better than me, Ahmed Patel, all of them, the old guard, the close ranks, and that's how Ashok Gehlot was elected.
Preeti, do you also see Sachin Pilot getting his moment now in the sun, given the fact that Ashok Gehlot has now led the party to defeat, or do you believe Mr. Gehlot is still indispensable?
I think Sachin Pilot's time has come in terms of there is no option for the Congress. How do you go ahead from here? And, you need a fresh young face. You understand that. Sachin Pilot pulls in not just a particular vote, but especially clicks where the youth is concerned. You need a fresh boost of young blood where Rajasthan is concerned. And maybe he is the only option right now. But Rajdeep, there's a lot of fine print to the Rajasthan election as well. Very interesting. I was looking at it, 184 seats is where the BSP is also for this election. Out of which about 23 seats, the BSP has polled more than the winning margin of the Congress or the Bharatiya Janata Party
23.
in this election. It's fascinating with what's going on. We also have Pratyush Kant, Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson. Mr. Kant, first up, it's SEPTA. Congratulations. It's a big day for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Absolute rout in Madhya Pradesh of the Congress. A big win in Rajasthan and a big emphatic win in Chhattisgarh as well. Mr. Kant, can you hear me?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Mr. Kant,
One thing I was wondering...
Yeah. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead,
can you
sir.
hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. I was listening to everybody for a long time. I just want to make few things which I have really heard from Mr. Chidambaram also and Congress spokespersons also. One thing which is very important, that for last almost 5-6 months, in every editorial of the newspaper I was seeing, people were saying there's no chance of BJP in Chhattisgarh. The best figure they were putting out was 18. Same was happening for Madhya Pradesh. There is like fatigue of the government and blah, blah, blah. The big thing which this result shows, now in Indian democracy, only those parties will survive which have organization. And Bharatiya Janata Party is the only party which has solid organization. Like could be Madhya Pradesh, could be Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, and even in Telangana. We may take time to make that deep inroads, but once we make inroads, there is no way we go out of it. And then we also have a very strong report card to give to people. They have to understand, the political strategists of Delhi, that BJP works in a very different fashion. It's absolutely a Karyakarta-oriented party. The Panna Pramukh is like God. He is the best guy who gives you a feedback, rather than having photo optics moment which Rahul Gandhi was doing for his Bharat Yatra. And both the mistakes which Gehlot did and Baghel did, both of them invested too much on themselves. Huge ads, huge what great they are. The party was suffering. They had nothing to offer. In Gehlot regime, there were like 14 paper leaks, 1 lakh crime against women, Dalit cases, red diary. Same in Chhattisgarh, corruption after corruption. And now with social media, television, channels like your channel, people are aware what is happening in which state. This family-oriented politics cannot last now. The time is over for them. Only those parties will last, which like today, you could be an MP, tomorrow you are fighting an MLA election, next day you may be doing an organizational job. This is a party, it's a cadre-driven party. You do a job which you are asked to do. In Congress party, it's the one family which decides. Now, there was a time they could do it. Now, much things have changed because Narendra Modi has changed the narrative. Every Karyakarta...
Pratyush, you make a fine point about the BJP being a cadre-based party. You make a point about BJP being organizationally driven, but it's always been like that. It was even that in the Advani-Vajpayee era, What has changed between then and now? Is it the weakness of the Congress, that the Congress has become weaker, or under Modi Shah, the BJP has become much more of a ruthless election machine? What has changed? Because you were always a cadre-based party, but now you seem to get greater successes than before. So what has changed between then and now?
Sir, who knows more than you? We have grown as a party. The things as a young journalist you have seen during Advani and Vajpayee ji's period has now changed. We have become very big. We have got a totally new set of leaders. And we keep changing. You know, there are new people who are always entering. The random people, you know, you could be a bright student, a hard worker. Everybody has place in Bharatiya Janata Party. In Congress, you have to have that blue blood. You have to have, you have to be a chela of a neta to be there. It's not like this. And then you have so much work is being done. Development has become such a issue. Every Karyakarta is told what all we have done, what the center has done, what the state has done. So when you go, look at, let's look at Chhattisgarh. In 4 months' time, the whole narrative changed. We got lakhs of women to sign for us. We told them what we were going to give to you. I'll give you an example to just illustrate my point. The betel leaf, you know, the tendua patta. So, you know how the process takes place? You buy tendua patta, फिर आप उसको सुखाते हैं, and then it goes for sale. 1000 का packet बनाने में it takes its time. And 1 month, the guy gets to sell it. What you did? You said only 1 day we will sell it. Now you have lost hundreds of very poor people's vote, which people sitting in Delhi who are writing those columns have no idea what is happening at the ground level. Same is true for those forest welfare schemes. 70 items are being sold. So the people at the ground, the subaltern level people are the one who are getting those benefits. And that reflects in today's election. So Congress does not only need to retrospect, they have to really get out of a family mode. They have to open their party. They have to let the free, more blood come. And that's not going to happen there.
Well, you're right there, sir. Somewhere down the line, the BJP has become synonymous with the subaltern dream. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Kant. Let's quickly, Rajdeep, dip in to Raman Singh. At one point of time, he was unsure if he was going to get a ticket from his party to fight the election. Today, he hopes to be Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh. Will that happen? Well, we don't quite know, but listen in.
बदलने वाले पूर्व सीएम डॉक्टर रमन सिंह हमारे साथ है और 3 बार सीएम रहने के बाद सिर्फ 5 साल का मौका दिया अपने कांग्रेस को और फिर से अपना गढ़ उनसे छीन लिया है। किस तरह से देखते इस जीत को?
निश्चित रूप से जनता ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर भरोसा किया है और ये भरोसा 15 साल के विकास और मोदी जी के गारंटी पे भरोसा किया है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की घोषणा पत्र, कांग्रेस के 5 साल की असफलता और असफलता में महिलाओं के साथ जो छल किया गया, शराबबंदी की बात, युवकों के साथ छल किया गया, 10 लाख नवयुवकों को बेरोजगारी भत्ता, 2 लाख कर्मचारियों को स्थायी करने की बात, ऐसे झूठे वादे करके सरकार में आने वाला भूपेश बघेल, उसको जनता उसके चेहरे को बदलना चाहती थी और जबरदस्त रूप से उसके खिलाफ आक्रोश था। पूरे मंत्रिमंडल के खिलाफ कोई विकास के काम नहीं हुए और इसलिए आज बदलाव की बात आई और जनता ने समय मिलते ही बदल दिया।
बावजूद उसके भूपेश बघेल 75 पार का नारा दे रहे थे, लेकिन देखने को ये मिला कि बीजेपी 15 से सीधे 55 तक पहुंच गई है। क्या आपको एक्सपेक्टेड था कि ऐसे आंकड़े, अद्भुत आंकड़े मिल सकते हैं?
एग्जिट पोल ने बता दिया था कि बीजेपी का ग्रोथ बढ़ रहा है और कांग्रेस घट रहा है। इनका नीचे गिरावट 40 तक आया था, बीजेपी का 48 तक दिया था। तो जो ग्रोथ दिखाया था वो ग्रोथ रुझान दिखा रहा था, वो रुझान के अनुसार ही रिजल्ट आया।
भूपेश बघेल के मंत्रिमंडल के सभी मंत्रियों को अपने घर भेज दिया। आपने रायपुर की 7 सीटों पर अपना सिक्का जमा लिया है और कई ऐसी जगह है जहां से बीजेपी बढ़त में है। क्या कुछ किया, क्या कुछ मुद्दे रहे बीजेपी के जो इस तरह की सफलता मिली है?
सारे मुद्दे, वो चाहे शहरी क्षेत्र के हो चाहे ग्रामीण क्षेत्र का हो, सबके लिए घोषणा पत्र में कुछ न कुछ महत्वपूर्ण स्थान दिया गया और पार्टी ने पूरी ताकत झोंकी। एक एक कार्यकर्ता लगा रहा, बूथ स्तर तक लोग लगे रहे।
सबकी नजरें बस अब उसी पर टिकी हुई है कि अगला सीएम कौन होगा। क्या आप फिर एक बार 4th टर्म के सीएम देखने को मिलेंगे?
सीएम का चयन हो जाएगा, विधायक दल की बैठक होगी और उस बैठक में तय हो जाएगा। 1 घंटा नहीं लगेगा।
जी, बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं आपको। तो ये थे डॉक्टर रमन सिंह जो फिर एक बार सीएम पद की रेस में हमें दिख रहे हैं और एक बड़ी जीत हासिल करने के बाद अब वो अपने पार्टी मुख्यालय अपने कार्यकर्ता पदाधिकारियों से मिलने पहुंचने वाले हैं। कैमरा पर्सन सचिन सावंत के साथ
So Rajdeep, let me ask you this question again. Do you see Raman Singh back in the Chief Minister's chair, or the BJP is going to pick a fresh face?
Preeti, for the very reasons that you heard Pratyush, and I agree with a lot of the points he makes, the BJP is organizationally robust. And what is it? How do you make an organizational robust? By creating mobility within. That you don't have the same old faces for 30, 35 years. Raman Singh's been 3-time Chief Minister. The BJP will obviously now see an opportunity with a comfortable majority to bring in someone else. Lots of names are being mentioned. There is the possibility of bringing in an OBC face. There's a possibility of bringing in a tribal face. Various names have been mentioned during the campaign. Arun Soy, who's the BJP state president, is one of the front runners. There is Om Prakash Chaudhary, who's seen as a possible deputy chief minister. He's young. He's a former bureaucrat who's become now a politician. There are lots of, you see that, you have to give the BJP credit for the way they've built themselves into a proper party organization.
True.
You see the Congress in all these states where eventually, how did Bhupesh Baghel come? He only came into the race when tragically the entire Congress leadership was wiped out during the Maoist attack that took place. That's when you effected the generational change. Until then, you might have well had the VC Shuklas and all of the world who still had a role to play in Chhattisgarh politics. Just turn to Madhya Pradesh. I mean, Kamal Nath is 77. He may claim that he's still, young and energetic, but the truth of the matter is that Congress is crying out for a younger leadership. Digvijay Singh has been there now for 30 years. That's 2 generations. That's not enough.
What happens? Okay, so before we go back, and we've got one camera right now at the BJP headquarters. Is what we're expecting, viewers. Any time right now, the Prime Minister's cavalcade will pull in. He's the star today. Kid you not, and we're going to hear him speak as well. His face was on the ticket on all the 3 states that the BJP has won handsomely. So yes, if this victory belongs to a Shivraj Chauhan, it is Prime Minister Modi who ultimately was on that ticket. We're going to cut across to Polomi, but those visuals coming in from their vantage position of our cameras. But Rashid Kidwai, what happens to the likes of Ashok Gehlot right now, Bhupesh Baghel, or even a Kamal Nath?
I think Kamal Nath, Gehlot, it's a sunset time. It's over there.
You really think somebody like Ashok Gehlot, who says, I will not retire,
Gehlot has already become, Preeti, as you know, he had become persona non grata. I don't think he's going to find any place. I think Bhupesh Baghel is the only person who may become a ICC General Secretary or something like that.
And both of them?
It's a sunset time for Ashok Gehlot for certain. Kamal Nath would be there as a CWC member or something like that for some time.
Okay. Rajdeep, do you see a sunset time for Ashok Gehlot? In hindsight, he should have picked to be party president now. Look at Mr. Kharge right now.
Labon ne khata ki, sadiyon ne saza pai.
To me, Ashok Gehlot at 72, you would think is sunset, but I don't think it is.
I doubt it, yeah.
You see, what the old guard politicians do in the Congress is that because they have their network so well established and so entrenched, even when they lose, they have sufficient number of MLAs who will say, no, we want this individual to be our CLP leader. This generational change has to be effected when you have a strong high command that is able to tell Mr. Gehlot, look, Mr. Gehlot, you've been around for 25 years, you've done a wonderful job, you've been a 3-time chief minister, let's try someone else.
And if Kamal Nath can do it at 77, Gehlot is only 72 right now.
You see, it's not going to be easy, but if the Congress wants to take a chance, I just read Jairam Ramesh's tweet, and Jairam Ramesh's tweet says that, we lost in 2003 in these 3 states and came back in 2004.
But Rajdeep, don't you think there's a certain amount of delusion attached to it?
Of course it is. And the only way to end it is to effect a generational change.
Which will happen. Do you see it?
You see, politics, no, I'm not sure it will happen, Preeti, but politics has to be disruptive and risk-taking.
Yeah. Okay, do you see it happening?
Yeah, I think the Congress had opportunity in 2018. They had a similar moment like, Rajdeep was referring about Dr. Raman Singh. I think the Congress made a fundamental mistake in 2018 in picking...
Does the Congress realize
precisely.
That? Because even Mr. Jairam, there's a certain amount of delusion attached to that
if you're talking that Rahul Gandhi is for change and Rahul Gandhi is for, post Bharat Jodo Yatra, he's a leader. Now it's the time for him to implement these things.
Okay, well, we'll see. Let's cut across right now. Polomi Saha, the BJP flag, Polomi fluttering away on our television screens. And with what Rajdeep and our other guests have been talking about, a solid organization to back the party outfit. And one of the examples of that organization, Polomi, orchestrated to the T, right behind you, is in this ceremony, which always comes up after a big spectacular win of the Bharatiya Janata Party. What are we expecting? Are we going to expect the Prime Minister to speak?
Absolutely, Preeti. The Prime Minister will be speaking over here. The stage is already set, quite literally, for that mega address from the Prime Minister. I'm standing inside the BJP headquarters extension office right now. This is the new office that the BJP has built just a couple of months ago. This is still some amount of work is still going on, but they've decided to, in fact, have this mega celebration inside the space over here. And top leaders, Anil ji, बस एक शब्द हमारे लिए, हमारे साथ अनिल जी, किस तरह से देखते हैं मध्य प्रदेश की इस जीत को, राजस्थान, छत्तीसगढ़?
ये मोदी की गारंटी पर जनता का भरोसा, सब लोगों ने अपने कोशिश करी जनता के बीच में पहुंचाने की, लेकिन जनता को भरोसा केवल मोदी की गारंटी पर है, इसके कारण से इतनी बड़ी जीत हुई है।
मोदी जी की गारंटी लोकसभा में भी चलेगी?
निश्चित रूप से ये सेमीफाइनल है, ये बता ही रहा है कि मोदी जी की गारंटी सारे देश में चलने वाली है।
पर अब जो चीज होगी अब वो है मुख्यमंत्री का चुनाव,
वो तो
कैसे?
उसमें कोई समस्या नहीं है। हमारी पार्टी सामूहिक नेतृत्व से चलती है, केंद्रीय नेतृत्व तय करेगा, विधायक तय करेंगे।
मोदी है तो
That is what Anil Jain, Member of Parliament of the BJP, has to say. Of course, Modi hai to guarantee hai is the new slogan, which is of course that is reverberating across the BJP party headquarters. Large screens that have been put up inside, outside as well, for the crowds who have not been able to enter the party headquarters, so they can of course see that mega speech that the Prime Minister will be making over here, the victory speech, and there'll be a victory lap as well, because this entire space at the center, if Mridul could possibly zoom in over there, Mridul, that entire space has been kept empty, so the Prime Minister is expected to walk that entire stretch all the way up to the dais, which is on my left, in order to address the Karyakartas over here. So the Karyakartas extremely ecstatic about this moment, unprepared to celebrate in this mega way, because all of this, Preeti, this arrangement which has been made, the loudspeakers, all the technical equipment here, the stage, the security and all of that has kind of happened towards the afternoon itself. Usually the BJP is a little better prepared. Been waiting.
But Paulami, that's just a fraction of how good they are at organizing events and the organizational strength of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Paulami, what are you hearing in terms of Chief Minister probables, both for Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh? What's the backroom talk?
Well, as far as Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh are concerned, obviously the BJP, we've been putting out those names of the probables. The BJP is looking at several options. There is, of course, the stalwart, the veteran leader, Vasundhara Raje Scindia, who was seen as someone who was sidelined in this election. But then, of course, in her small measures, she was used by the party as well. She, of course, continues to be a very strong contender, and she will be throwing her weight as far as, that election of the new Chief Minister of Rajasthan is concerned. There is a lot of talk about Diya Singh as well, but the fact is, Diya Kumari as well, I beg your pardon, but the fact is, I'm not hearing much buzz around her name. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, again, one of the names that did the rounds, but that was also a name that everyone thought would possibly contest the assembly elections. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Kailash Chaudhary as well, Arjun Ram Meghwal as well. These were not names that were, put on the ticket as far as these elections were concerned, given that Madhya Pradesh saw at least 7 members of parliament, including 3 union ministers, contest. That same card was not played in Rajasthan, except for, Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, Baba Balaknath, Diya Kumari. These were some of the names, but these other stalwart names were not put on the ticket as far as Rajasthan elections were concerned. But that isn't to say that, the BJP will not spring a surprise, or they couldn't possibly be brought in to lead the charge of the state on behalf of the party as Chief Minister. Yogi Adityanath is a classic example. When nobody saw that coming, Yogi Adityanath, a member of parliament from the Lok Sabha, was brought in and made Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. So in Chhattisgarh as well, Preeti, several names that are doing the rounds, including that, of course, Arun Sao, who's a member of parliament who contested this election, state BJP chief as well. There are names that are doing the rounds as far as that is concerned. As far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, while, of course, the BJP did not project officially Shivraj Singh Chauhan as the face of the party going into these elections, I think everyone saw how Shivraj Singh Chauhan took the lead. Many say turned the election happened when he said, this could be my last time, played that emotional card that possibly was a card that he played so that emotions would turn in his favor, and it worked for the Bharatiya Janata Party. The BJP might not want to change the Chief Minister in Madhya Pradesh just few months into the Lok Sabha elections, few months going into the Lok Sabha elections. So the BJP might stick to the face of Shivraj Singh Chauhan, while of course many are talking about Prahlad Singh Patel, Jyotiraditya Scindia and others. Vijayvargiya as well, a very important leader as far as the BJP scheme of things are concerned. Organizationally, National General Secretary, considered to be extremely close to Amit Shah. 2 days ago, he was here in Delhi giving Amit Shah a report card on Madhya Pradesh in terms of how the party had performed on every seat. This was exit poll day that Kailash Vijayvargiya was already giving his report to Amit Shah and what should be the party's calculations going into December 3rd, which is today. Kailash Vijayvargiya, again, very important, but unlikely, at least it seems so far, from the buzz within the inner circle, that the BJP might want to change the Chief Minister going into Lok Sabha elections 2024, Preeti.
All right, we're going to...
let me throw one more name in the Chhattisgarh pot there, follow me, Preeti. Vishnu Dev Sai. I'm told that when Amit Shah was on campaign in Chhattisgarh, he had said, vote for Vishnu Dev Sai, you'll get a tribal chief minister. So lots of names out there. Clearly the BJP would prefer, it appears, not someone from the old guard, but a new face, preferably tribal OBC. Am I correct?
Pulumi, that question's for you. Did you get Rajdeep's question?
With Chhattisgarh, that is what the BJP's preference would be.
And would you say OBC again
yes,
in
yes,
Rajasthan, or a woman face?
Look out as far as this election is concerned.
They need a woman face as well.
Well, that is a tricky
they
one
don't have
that
a
you're
woman
asking
chief minister.
right now. The BJP and the leaders are not... That's right, the BJP doesn't have a woman chief minister, and Diya Kumari has emerged as someone, as far as, taking on the mantle is concerned. While, of course, Vasundhara Raje Scindia has not exactly pulled out of the race, and she continues to be a name that is being thrown around. But will the BJP, of course, sign off on Vasundhara Raje Scindia? That remains to be seen. A lot was speculated when, of course, the BJP assigned roles and responsibilities to those like Arjun Ram Meghwal, for instance, in terms of, the election campaign was concerned. But Vasundhara Raje Scindia was not given a specific role in terms of the campaign committee. And that's when many eyebrows were raised as to what exactly is going to be her role. Will she have any sort of say in...
All right. Okay, Pulumi, we've lost you for a bit. We're going to try and connect back. I believe the jammer setting in right now. The Prime Minister's cavalcade won't be very far. We're expecting it was supposed to start at 6:30, so just about any time right now. But Rajdeep and Mr. Ashok Malik also, we're going to bring him into this conversation. Mr. Malik, what do you make of the fact? Because what we are hearing, the chatter behind Pulumi, our colleague, is the Modi guarantee now. Whatever you throw at the BJP, it appropriates and does it better. You have the Congress 6 guarantees in Rajasthan. You have the Rahul guarantee, and now it's turned into the Modi's Pakka guarantee.
Look, he is the larger-than-life leader. He is the biggest leader in the BJP's history. 6 months before general election, that is going to be fought entirely in his name. His persona is going to be raised that much more. So you are, in a sense, what you're seeing with his address to the party today is not just the end of this election, but the inauguration of the campaign for the general election.
So you're moving from Modi hai to mumkin hai to Modi hai to guarantee hai. T.S. Sudhir, meanwhile, while the BJP may have lost out in Telangana just 8 seats, a name doing the rounds as a future BJP face is Venkatramana, the man who's defeated in Kamareddy both Chief Minister KCR and the man most likely to be Chief Minister Revanth Reddy. So actually, in the most prestigious fight of Telangana, the BJP won.
Absolutely.
Is Venkatramana the kind of face who could become what Itala Rajendran has not become now that he's lost, and neither was Bandi Sanjay Kumar able to become, nor was G. Kishan Reddy?
Absolutely. So, most of the heavyweights, in fact, all the heavyweights of the state BJP have lost the election. Venkatramana Reddy proving to be a giant killer, defeating both KCR. In fact, this is KCR's second defeat in his entire political career. The last election that he lost was his first election in 1983. So he's not lost an election for the past 40 years. So Venkatramana Reddy would obviously be looked at by the BJP top leadership as someone who can groom the BJP. But then lots of rumors also being heard about Venkatramana Reddy's own ambitions, given that he belongs to the Reddy community, whether they're given the fact that they want to have a BC leadership in Telangana, whether he would fit in that entire matrix. But yes, there are also lots of other developments which are taking place. Congress sources telling me there are as many as 17 MLAs of the BRS have already got in touch. So they are talking about giving KCR a return gift. What KCR did to them in 2014 and 18, they want to do the same to the BRS. Also because the number is only at 64, which they feel is a razor-thin majority. Anything could happen. And therefore, they would want to fortify themselves with more MLAs. And the only way they can do it is to poach from the BRS. So BRS, including 2 ministers, one of who has been a party hopper, is already in touch with the Congress leadership.
So you see the BRS breaking?
Very likely, very likely. I think the Congress will want to do that aggressively because given the different groups within the Congress party in Telangana, the Congress leadership and Revanth Reddy himself would want to have many more above the halfway mark.
You know, the BRS will now be vulnerable at multiple levels.
Yes.
Because its patriarch has now reached the end of his career.
Yeah.
There will be a new generation taking over. They have to prove themselves. They have a Congress that will want to poach. They have a Congress and a BJP that would be looking at the 9 seats they won last time in the Lok Sabha election.
Yes.
To see what can we grab.
Yeah.
So it will be a tough
So a
period
lot, I think, would happen between now and April itself, before the Lok Sabha elections, in order to weaken the BRS further and perhaps even after that.
And regional parties far more easy to break, actually.
That's right. You know, particularly when you've lost, you know, the regional parties get their sustenance from being in power. When they're out of power, many of them are weakened considerably. KCR and the BRS, the Bharat Rashtra Samiti, may be no different. But overall, what you're getting from those images, Preeti, is the big question: is 2024 a done deal? I think everyone wants to know that. Is 2024 a done deal? Are we simply looking at the next 5 months as a holding operation, some kind of an interregnum before the, dare I use the word, coronation of Prime Minister Modi for a 3rd consecutive time? Should we write off the 2024 as a given now, that it can only be Modi, there is Modi only, Timo? Yes or no?
Well, you know, Rajdeep, let me answer it this way. You've raised a question. The defining image of that question is playing on our television screen.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. You know, looking at those images.
All the cameras are trained for one individual who's practically won the Bharatiya Janata Party these 3 elections in the Hindi heartland. Of course, credit where it's due to the likes of Shivraj Singh Chauhan, even a Jyotiraditya Scindia as well, where Madhya Pradesh is concerned. But having said that, the man of the moment is Narendra Modi. Until now, be it these elections or 2024, the Congress or the United Opposition doesn't have an answer to that. With that, those visuals of the BJP headquarters, we're going to go into a quick break. To stay with us. We're back with the latest anytime. The Prime Minister expected at the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters. To stay with us. Rolling coverage.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia joining me, and this is a team effort from Prime Minister Modi to Jyotiraditya Scindia, ensuring that the victory
The credit of this victory goes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who has led from the front, our Home Minister Amit Shah ji, our party president JP Nadda ji, who has directed us, asked us to rise to the occasion. It goes to our Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, whose schemes have resulted in this victory, our party president BD Sharma ji. But most of all, it goes to every BJP party worker on the ground in Madhya Pradesh. Through your channel, I would like to thank every voter in Madhya Pradesh who has blessed us for the 5th time. And I bow down to them. I bow down to the Mati of Madhya Pradesh, and I thank every individual worker from the bottom of our heart, and I promise them that our party will work untirelessly for their development and their progress and to take Madhya Pradesh to new heights.
You don't want to take credit for snatching the Congress seats now into
The credit for this victory goes completely to every worker of the BJP. Every single worker of the BJP who has worked tirelessly.
What about those who said anti-incumbency, BJP don't want Shivraj Singh Chauhan, some other...
सबको जवाब मिल गया. कल तो मैं आपको बताऊं, कांग्रेस पार्टी तो पूरे दुकान के लड्डू खरीद रहे थे, बधाई के पोस्टर्स लग गए थे, हम चुपचाप अपना काम कर रहे थे.
सालों में देश की सियासत में जो सकारात्मक सुधार ला करके खड़ा किया है, उससे ये जो परिणाम दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं वो प्रभावित दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं. क्योंकि नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने इन 10 सालों में जो परिक्रमा की पॉलिटिक्स को उसको पछाड़ करके परिश्रम को परिणाम में परिवर्तित करने वाले माहौल को खड़ा किया है. और इसमें जनता उन्हीं के साथ है जिन्हों की परिक्रमा की पॉलिटिक्स से दूर परिश्रम और परिणाम को प्राथमिकता देते रहे. मैं इतना मानता हूं कि मोदी जी ने इन 10 सालों में जो देश की सियासत में सकारात्मक सुधार और सकारात्मक संस्कृति में सुधार और परिवर्तन लाके खड़ा किया, उसका भारतीय जनता पार्टी का शानदार प्रदर्शन रहा है. उसका एक ही कारण है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी का एक मजबूत नेतृत्व और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का लोगों के प्रति, लोगों के विकास के प्रति, लोगों में के सशक्तिकरण के प्रति सशक्त संकल्प.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest. Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
जिन्होंने कि इस महिला विरोधी कांग्रेस सरकार को उखाड़ फेंकने का जो प्रण लिया था, वो आज पूरा हो गया है और पूरी महिला शक्ति.
और इसलिए शांति धारीवाल जो महिला विरोधी बयान देते हैं वो पीछे हैं. और राजस्थान ने महिला जाति ने उखाड़ कर फेंक दिया कांग्रेस. सीएम कौन है? सीएम कोई भी बने, राजस्थान में बहुमत से सरकार बन रही है. मोदी 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 मोदी.
कौन वसुंधरा राजे? देखिए, सीएम चाहे जो भी बने वो हमारे शीर्ष नेतृत्व का निर्णय है और हमें सिरोधार्य है. हम तो बस इस बात में खुश हैं कि राजस्थान में कमल का फूल अपने प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ खिल रहा है. जय भाजपा, जय भाजपा.
क्या बांटने से कुछ नहीं हुआ. राजस्थान की जनता पीड़ित थी कांग्रेस सरकार से और राजस्थान की जनता ने नतीजा दे दिया.
आप वसुंधरा राजे को चाहते हैं सीएम या कोई और?
बीजेपी ऐसी सरकार है जहाँ कोई भी सीएम बने, हम जीत गए. सीएम कोई भी बने हमें स्वीकार है.
अच्छा, सीएम कोई भी मिले, आप मोदी के लिए वोट किया है या किसके लिए?
राजस्थान की.
Presented by आपका जॉय, भारत का जॉय, जॉय ई-बाइक. Co-presented by Nexa, Create Inspire. Co-powered by Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat. Co-powered by ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. बनाऊंगा मैं, बनेगा भारत.
भाजपा जिंदाबाद, मोदी जी जिंदाबाद.
क्या तो मुमकिन है. The cavalcade of the man of the moment, the Prime Minister pulling in at the BJP headquarters there. The cavalcade of the Prime Minister. He's the man of the moment. His face was on the ticket of all the 3 states which went into elections and won big where it came down for the Bharatiya Janata Party. You have the Prime Minister Modi coming in, that's JP Nadda, felicitating the Prime Minister. They're giving him a bouquet of flowers, and understandably the spotlight right now on Narendra Modi, scripting a spectacular win. There were lots of things that were said, Rajdeep, on whether he'd be able to do it on his team, and he has. He's done it.
Look, you look at state after state. Across North India, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh. In each of these states, the BJP has got re-elected. And Mr. Modi has been aggressively campaigning in all these states. Look, he's an aggressive campaigner everywhere. He even does a road show in Hyderabad. I mean, let's give credit to Mr. Modi's indomitable energy to, even in a losing cause. You know you're losing Telangana, but yet you do a long road show.
So, Rajiv, you were comparing him with Indira Gandhi. I don't think Indira Gandhi did this and this much.
But Indira Gandhi, where I was comparing, was able to lift the Congress even in states where otherwise the Congress appeared that it might not win in a pomp. In a pomp, she believed that she didn't need a chief minister, she could win it. Mr. Modi has taken it to the next level because the organization of the BJP is far superior to what the Congress organization was in the latter half of the Indira years. So I think, you know, Mr. Modi's personal appeal, it's quite remarkable that he's able to achieve this connect and just the energy of the man.
Well, you can see that right there, Rajdeep. The Prime Minister walking in, waving out. These are scenes we've witnessed before, but they don't quite really get old for the Bharatiya Janata Party. One win after the other, and that's the Modi Rath moving in. And, credit where it's due. He was on the ticket in Madhya Pradesh, in Chhattisgarh, in Rajasthan. He went into an election in Chhattisgarh where, or even in Madhya Pradesh at that point of time, Ashok Malik, where one would have thought the Congress was the favourite. And, it's a risk that you're taking. It is the Hindi heartland and then win big, not just in Madhya Pradesh, but in a place like Chhattisgarh, where in the beginning it was very clear the Congress were the favourites.
The key to Madhya Pradesh was Mr. Modi's ability to tell a whole lot of state chieftains who would otherwise have sat out the election and waited for Shivraj to win or lose, to go in there, fight in their constituencies. People who were expecting Lok Sabha seats were given MLA level seats to fight and told you all have skin in the game, you all go in there and fight.
Ashok, that was also a leaf from the Congress playbook?
Well, in a roundabout way, it was the Kamraj plan, I guess.
All right, let's, I know, you want to come in, Mr. Kidwai, but let's just, get into a bit of surround sound. At the BJP headquarters, let's dip in, listen in, a lot of sloganeering, cheering for the hero where the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, and he's done it practically. Poulomi Saha also with us, but let's get a feel of what's going on at the BJP headquarters this evening in Delhi.
आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी का मंच पे हम स्वागत करते हैं। आदरणीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष नड्डा जी आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को लेकर मंच पे आए हैं। अरे गारंटी है भाई, गारंटी है, गारंटी है भाई, गारंटी है।
राजदीप, गारंटी है, गारंटी है। The campaign in Madhya Pradesh, the number of times you heard Priyanka Gandhi on a rally stage in Madhya Pradesh talk about the Congress guarantee, and now appropriate and done it better by the BJP. Poulomi, can you hear me? All right, we're going to try and cut across to my colleague Poulomi, who's on the ground. Okay, go ahead, Poulomi, go ahead, go ahead.
Images of the Prime Minister, we are, of course, cutting to pictures of, pictures now of the Prime Minister being felicitated by, of course, the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Home Minister Amit Shah. He's reached the stage and the Prime Minister, of course, being given a grand welcome over there. And yes, like I said, the new slogan over here is "Guarantee hai bhai, guarantee hai, Modi ki guarantee hai." So clearly,